Welcome to another episode of the Banner Report podcast, starring Cody Adams and Steve Crowley.
See what the Grizz is made of. You know the Grizz is the third best defense in the league this year.
Third best. Well, they have the defensive player of the year on their team, Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, he's up there for sure.
He's the favorite right now.
He does crazy shit. Even those shots that he doesn't block, like he changes. They said like blocks and steals combined, his blocks are more than the nice guy's blocks and steals combined. Stuff like that.
His big thing is that he just gotta stay healthy, and he'll be deep. He's like a lot better offensively and athletic than Draymond Green was when he was winning deep play. So, not the biggest guy, but he's long as all hell. You know.
He does a great job of being the second one to jump too. You don't see him be the first one to jump. The first guy to jump is usually doesn't get the block.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Banner Report podcast. You haven't seen episode 1 yet because I'm having a hard time editing it and learning as I go. But hopefully by the time you see this, episode 1 will be posted on our YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitter, everything. Follow us on all of that. I am Cody Adams. That is
Steve Crowley, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. He didn't know if he wanted to give his last name. But that is Steve Crowley. You're my co-host. We told you up front last episode after our jumbled intro that we don't know what this is. This is just two dudes from Massachusetts talking about the Celtics and the ongoings of the NBA. Today is February 12th, Super Bowl Sunday. But before we get to the big game, we have another big game with our Boston Celtics going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. One of the favorites in the West versus the prohibitive favorite in the East. Steve, what do you got for this game?
This game is much bigger than any foosball game.
No.
Foosball is for the devil. I had to throw on the only football jersey I have, a little Cadillac Williams going today.
Yeah, and I decided to throw on my brand new David Pastrnak.
That thing is big fuego. Oh my god!
Yeah, it was only $90 at Lids. I'm like, what's wrong with this? Like, did they misspell his name or whatever? The guy's like, I don't know. It's just on sale, buddy. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I had my first piece of Bruins gear in my adult life. But yeah, Pastrnak.
Sweet, dude.
You got Carnell Williams,
Cadillac Williams. Yeah.
His name's Carnell.
Is it Carnell? Dude,
yeah.
I bought this thing, thought it was a Reggie Williams jersey, so it shows how much I know about football.
Cadillac Williams is one of my favorite players of all time growing up. I loved Cadillac Williams.
Dude, sick name. Fire name alert.
He was a beast of a running back.
Named Cadillac, dude. He's smooth.
He wasn't very smooth. He was like a power back. He should have been Mack Truck Williams.
That's what they used to call my pops back in the day.
Yeah. Mack Truck Williams.
Fucking $15 at Savers, and it was brand new. I was like, dude. I was walking by, we were talking about Reggie Williams the day before, and I was like, oh, that's Reggie Williams jersey. And then I grabbed it. I was like, that's Cadillac Williams. But $15 is $15, you know? That's
where they say the thrift stores are where all the fire is. And for every Carnell Williams jersey there's like a I'm with stupid t-shirt. There's like 10 I'm with stupid t-shirts that you can buy for fucking three for $1.
Dude, I was at the one over on Route 1, and they had about 30 Westford varsity women's soccer high school t-shirts, like coach shirts.
Weird. I would like to see who walks out of the thrift store with that.
Like, what?
Who is that selling to?
Shit. Somebody from Westford that's all the way out here, apparently.
What a niche market.
Somebody made about 30 cents selling them all those freaking things too.
Yeah. But Steve, the prohibitive favorites in the East versus the team favorite to come out of the West. John Morant famously said, "We're good in the West. We only got to beat the Celtics." Yeah, what do you think about this?
The Grizzlies really shit their pants since he said that too. They have like a really bad losing record. I think they lost like 10 out of the next 15 after he said that or something like that.
And on top,
they just shit themselves after that.
On top of that misery, a lot of things have happened in the past week that have made the West a lot harder for the Grizzlies.
What's that? What are we talking about here? Did something happen? Oh,
Yeah.
have we gotten together since that happened? I don't think we have.
No. No, but we were talking about it on
No,
the last episode.
I think Coach Stradamus over here was pulling it out of his ass, talking about
Yeah.
the trade.
Yeah, like the Suns could be a problem if they get even like a good player like Kevin Lamar Durant. Yeah, the best scorer of one of the best scorers of all time. Fucking he got traded to the Phoenix Suns over the night before the trade deadline for oh my god, like
It was Mikal Bridges. It
Mikal
was
Bridges, Cam
Cam
Johnson.
Payne. Oh no, Cam Johnson. Sorry, yeah, and it
Yeah,
was what, four first
four
round
first round
picks.
picks. Yeah,
I think there was somebody else involved
Jay
too.
Crowder.
No, he went to that was a separate trade. I think.
No,
I thought that
because
was part of the Russell Westbrook to Utah trade.
I don't know, but he went to the Nets and the Nets cut him. So explain to me that one.
Did he go to the Nets or not?
Yeah, and they
I
like
know that
immediately released him.
Jay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
But yeah, so Kevin Durant, he's a Phoenix Sun. The West just got a lot harder. On top of before that, um, Kyrie Irving went to the Mavericks. So John Morant, for all that talking he's done, he should maybe focus more on his gameplay because now it looks like he could be eating crow. I mean, they're a good team. They're a really good team. They're young. Ja can get to the rim whenever he wants. Their defense is. They have the. We were just talking about this off the pod. They have the favorite to win the Defensive Player of the Year. Um,
Yeah.
in Jaren Jackson Jr. So they are young and formidable. They did they add anybody at the deadline? Yes, they added Luke Kennard. They added Luke
What,
Kennard.
what a weird lad.
I mean, they get another bench scorer, a shooting guard, a true shooting guard that can shoot the ball well and get points off the bench. Like that's a good ad for a team that's like trying to compete out of the West. That's a good ad for them.
No,
Not earth shattering, but the Celtics didn't make an earth shattering move at the deadline either.
no, but you solidified your rotation though. I mean, you got another offensive weapon out there spread the floor for the Jays when because Al Horford. We're going to give him as much rest as we can. He's an old man at this point. Yeah,
Yeah, so
Rob,
we
always in and
added
out.
who did we add? We added Mike
Mike
Muscala
Muscala, baby,
for
Moose,
two second round picks and Justin Jackson.
something like that. Yeah.
I think that's exactly the
No,
trade.
no, I think yeah, it was because then somebody got somebody for two second rounders. And I was like, how do we pay more for Mike Muscala than that guy? But
Well, I mean, I think something like 40 plus second round picks got moved on the trade deadline day.
like 44 or something stupid like that.
Yeah, people going for 5 second
Jay
round
Crowder.
picks.
Jay Crowder was 5 second round picks from the Nets to
That's what it
Milwaukee.
was. That's what it was.
Yeah, he did end up over there for
I thought the Nets cut him.
35 seconds. They didn't cut him. They just like, we're just gonna move him for more shit.
Yeah. And Gary Payton getting moved for I think 5
Maybe.
second round picks.
Maybe.
But
Maybe
now
not.
there's a huge issue. Yeah.
He's got an abdominal issue that I think the Trailblazers are trying to sue or something like that.
The Warriors. The Warriors are trying to work with the league because they're saying that the Trailblazers weren't forthright with information on how severe his injury was.
Yeah, because he was going back to the Warriors. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fumble. What a bad fumble by them. Hey, you could have just signed this guy. You didn't even have to trade anything for him.
Well, I think he signed probably a pretty good deal, probably like around 10 mil a year.
From what I understand, it was because of Wiseman. They weren't sure what they were going to do with him, and if they re-signed him, it was going to be a lot of money.
Yeah.
So they decided to go with Wiseman, and that's not working out.
No. But I mean, Gary Payton, he was a fucking problem for the Celtics team in the finals. So he's a good guy to have, but I don't think that he's the type of guy who's going to push them over the edge. But yeah, we got off topic. But Kevin Durant is now a Phoenix Sun. Anything on the trade? Anything about the Phoenix Suns now? You worried about them now?
I still am not really worried about them. I mean, Chris Paul gets hurt every playoffs. And then we've played against teams with 2 elite scorers on them and still whooped them.
I don't know if that's true. Chris Paul does not get hurt every playoffs.
He was hurt last playoffs.
He wasn't the ones before that. He was in the finals.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too worried about him. I mean, we've played teams with 2 elite scorers.
I mean, I tell you what, their starting 5 is deadly, but they traded most of their bench with this trade.
Yeah, they have nothing coming back.
They just signed Terrence Ross. They got Darius Baisley. He's nice. He's young. He's a young player. They have Torrey Craig, T.J. Warren. They got T.J. Warren in the deal. So
Underrated pickup too.
they got some things there, but I don't think that's enough. Considering, like you said, there is a decent amount of injury history with this team. I mean, Devin Booker has famously missed half the season already. Chris Paul is the spry age of 38, and Kevin Durant's 34, 35 with injury history longer than the Bible. So, um, you know, if they can keep it healthy, there'll be a problem. But I think they're gonna have a hard time getting out of the West, with the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Lakers making big splashes around the league, and the Mavericks. So the West got a whole lot tougher. The East, all the teams kind of remain the same. There's not really any shakeup in the East. It's going to be either the Celtics or the Bucks, unless
Yeah,
you think
pretty
the
much.
Raptors can get hot.
The Raptors just spinning tires in the mud right now. The Raptors don't
Yeah,
know what the Raptors are doing.
yeah, right. They traded for Jakob Poeltl, a guy famously linked to the Celtics. The Celtics wanted him. They made an offer with Pritchard and 2 second-round picks. They didn't go for it, and instead the Raptors traded 2 first-round picks for Jakob Poeltl to the Spurs.
Man, that's too much. We weren't giving up that much. You're not gonna handcuff yourself going forward for Jakob Pertl.
Well, yeah,
Good
because
player, but
unless you were going to sign him, which
even then, like
the Raptors are going to do that.
we're already over the tax, and you're not gonna go that deep in the tax for Jakob Pertl.
Yeah,
He's a free agent after this year. You're not gonna give up 2 first-round picks going forward for that.
I mean they wanted him. They made an offer on him. It wasn't a strong enough one. And I don't think actually it might have anything we were going to offer would have been strong enough to match that Raptors, because the Raptors picks they're going to be a lot worse than yours if everything goes the way it should. So
40-16 this year. I mean, Jesus, fuck it.
best team in the NBA, these Boston Celtics. Yeah, Derek White played last week or last Friday,
2 days
uh,
ago.
2 days ago. Yes, they beat up on the Charlotte Hornets. They actually swept them in the 4-game series they played. They almost broke their team record for 3-pointers.
25. I think the record's 26.
Yeah, Derek White was nuclear in the first
He
half.
had 7 of them, I think.
Interesting fact. Derek White, how many games do you think he's played for the Celtics team?
We played total or
Or
started.
like, no, how do I want to ask this? Do you think Derek White's missed? How many games do you think Derek White's missed as a Celtic?
4 or 5, maybe.
4 or 5?
Yeah, he doesn't miss games.
He's missed one.
Just one, yeah. Like I'm saying, I don't remember the last time I seen him on the injury report.
And do
Like
you
it
know
was
what game
probably
it
like
was?
it was probably the end of the season where it didn't matter if he played, right?
No, it mattered. It was in the playoffs, but it was
Oh, it was the one he had
because
his kid.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hendricks
He came
White.
back the next game was dominant too.
Yeah, he's been the modicum of a team that can't seem to keep all starting 5 guys healthy at the same time. Derek White has been the modicum of health and has, been dependable in that aspect. The starting 5 of this team, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, or Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Robert Williams. How many games do you think they've played together this year?
1.
6. Not great. They've only played 6 games all together this year.
Wasn't 6? I thought it was 1 for some reason.
No, I just
Defense
heard
by D White.
I heard it on the Celtics Talk post game podcast with what's his name?
Al.
Yes, but no, Forsberg, Chris Forsberg. Jason Tatum stuffing Ja Morant to the Raptors.
That's 2 blocks already this game for Tatum.
Damn, nice. Good thing I started him on my fantasy team.
I didn't change my lineup once until today, so
Speaking of 2 blocks, Tatum, he averaged 40 points per game in his Hornets series this year.
like
40 points per game.
46 and 4, I think was the total. Hold on one second. I gotta close this door real quick.
But yeah, so like I was saying, Tatum averaged 40 points per game in the 4 games they played against the Hornets this year. You can look at that 2 ways. And I'll I'll tell you now when Steve gets back. So Tatum averaging 40 points per game in the Hornets series, all 4 games.
Absolutely wild, dude.
How do you look at that? Do you look at that like it's a good thing or a bad thing or
I mean, it's indifferent. I don't think it really matters. It's not like you see Charlotte in the playoffs. Their
no?
team actively trying to lose. Their
But they're
best
tough.
defender is what, Mason Plumlee?
He's no longer on the team, but yeah,
Like before it
absolutely.
was Mason Plumlee, like sick. Like that's your anchoring your defense with that guy. He's a good player, but that doesn't lead to a top defense in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, they're not good. They are tanking for Wemby, but they're a young, scrappy team. They got Lamelo.
They're
I,
fun. They're
I
definitely a
mean,
fun team to watch.
with the way Derek White went nuclear, like at the big first half, I guess what I'm leading towards is that 40 points per game is great from Tatum. You know, it's hard to tell the guy not to fucking play and score as much as he can, right? Like nobody wants to watch that if he's not that playing. But
Jason, see
like,
if you can get like 13, 5, and 4 tonight, bud. Like, let's just take it easy, huh?
but I think it's indicative of like, you know, kind of the issue is that they can't close out these crap teams, and when your team
No,
has deep ambitions, like they let the Hornets back in the game. They
they
let them
really
back in the
did.
game.
It was bad. I
There was no
mean,
need for
Tatum went
that.
out and it was 18-2 run, I think, to cut a 28-point lead to like 12.
Yeah,
Like,
we couldn't get anything. We couldn't stop them either. Not, you know, I think we both agree that the Hornets are a lot better team than their record would indicate. Um, but that's a team you should probably beat by, you know, close to 20 points every time you step out on the floor against them. And we had that lead in the first half, and then Tatum comes out like you said, and the bench can't get anything. They can't stop anything. The Hornets kick it back on, and then Tatum has to come back in and play extra minutes. And I don't like that much. You know,
no,
you want to win the game, right?
yeah,
But
but that's not like it's not a pivotal game. That's not like a. You're not facing another playoff team. This isn't the Sixers. This isn't the Nets before KD got traded.
yeah,
Like this is a bottom of the barrel team that
hmm
you're not seeing them in the playoffs. It doesn't affect your standings much if you lose that game. I mean, I just want them to keep the bench at that point and say, hey, figure it out. Like, because when the playoffs come, like, Tatum's obviously going to be out there playing 40 something minutes a game. But, like,
yeah,
when the playoffs come, you're going to run into these runs for the 2 or 3 minutes that Tatum's not out there. We need you to figure out how to dig yourself out of it and stop a run.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and coming down to the end of the season, I want them to be able to play the bench for a lot longer.
Seriously, and you have people like Peyton Pritchard, who's on the bench, complaining about not, you know, how he thought he was shocked he was still on the team. He wants a bigger role, but like when you're out there and he was playing, and the team is like it's competitive, like you need to make most of your minutes. And like, not saying that he doesn't do that, but I think and I think we both agree that the Celtics should maybe look towards the buyout market to add another piece onto this bench because so as to avoid Tatum and Brown playing crazy amounts of minutes and the bench giving up leads and all that.
Yeah. Brown's missed a lot of games this year, though.
Who?
Like Brown, like under the radar,
Jalen?
he's missed a lot of games this year under the radar. Like a lot of twisted ankles this year, a lot of weird stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um,
recently he got knocked out of the
yeah,
76ers game.
yeah.
Tatum and him collided and he broke some facial fractures or whatever. He has,
Orbital, it's like an orbital bone kind of thing.
you know, so he's gonna
That
miss
was
some time.
that was a gross possession.
Dylan Brooks locking up Jason Tatum. Nope, psych. Right now it's 17-15 Memphis, halfway
Oh,
through the
you are way
first.
ahead of me. What the hell happened?
I don't know.
Jason Tatum has the ball at half court, just dribbling it past. But I
Dylan
guess he gets a
Brooks.
bucket on this one.
Yeah, he scores. It should have been an AL1. You, but I'll let you announce the scores of the game then.
That says I'm live. That's weird. I was
Yeah,
ahead
it's
of you
just
before, and now all of a sudden you're ahead of me. I don't know.
yeah.
Whatever. Like I said, we're
It,
just bullshitting anyways while the game's on.
yeah. Or buyout market. Who you got?
Danny Green just said he's going to Cavs,
Yep. Terrence
so
Ross
that's a
went to the
tough one. T.
Suns.
Ross went to the Suns. We got Bryn Forbes, career 41% 3 point shooter, but so you already got shooters. Like I don't want another shooter really.
Yeah.
Like I want a scorer. That's
Yeah.
why I was a little bit upset that T. Ross went because we have guys that can come off the bench and shoot. You got Hauser already. You got White. Like I want somebody that can just take the ball and go get you a bucket so Tatum and Brown don't have to.
Yeah, like an overall scorer, like a guy who
Yeah,
can't doesn't have to rely on 3 point shots. He can take it inside if he wants. I posit one player, Will Barton. What about him?
that's not bad. He's not playing a lot this year. He's only getting about 8 points a game this year.
Yeah,
Those
which
per
is really
36
weird.
numbers are almost identical to what it was. 13 shots, 14 points.
Mhm.
Not crazy efficient, but not young anymore either.
No, he's what,
Jesus.
32.
Yeah.
But he's like that type of guy. I mean, there's not many other guys out there on the bio market right now that are like that. I mean, Russell Westbrook. Who knows if he wants to stay with the Jazz, he's going to do that. But he's
I don't want Russell Westbrook on this team.
on the bench. You wouldn't take him on the bench.
No, because as soon as he comes in, you're missing bunnies, boys. Come on. As soon as he comes into the game, if Brown or Tatum's out there, like what are they going to do? Play off ball? Like you don't want them playing off ball. You do because you want them to get rest, but at the same time, like do you want Russell Westbrook taking over the offense?
No, I mean, I'm still hooked on him being the old Russell Westbrook, so I wouldn't hate it. But
If he's on a team and it's his team, then Jesus, Celtics, what are you doing?
I think Danny Ainge is very content with having him probably start for the Jazz. At this current point.
They said they want to work it out. They announced that they're gonna try and work it out between the two of them. Which, if that's gonna be his team, that's fine. But he fits in nice on that team.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got a couple good bigs. They got that was it Kessler over there. They got
Walker
Gobert trade.
Kessler. Yep.
He's nice. You can run a pick and roll with him and Russ and kick it out to Clarkson and the other shooters they got up there. It's not a
Yeah.
bad setup.
O'Shea Agbaji. They got him recently.
Yeah, that
Um,
guy. I know all about that guy.
Trying to name all the. Laurie Markkinen. He's a beast.
Oh yeah, he's good. He'll play nice off the ball of Russ too.
Kelly, the clinical Olynyk. He didn't get moved. He was linked to the Celtics team.
Yeah, that's another one. I wouldn't have minded that. But I mean, you got Diet Kelly Olynyk and Mikey Muscala, so
Yeah, I like Mike Piscala. People, the talking heads of Boston were shitting on the trade a little bit, but I think he's going to do very well. I mean, he played on Friday, and he actually was what, like 4 for 4, 4 for 5, maybe on three
four
pointers.
six, I think, on three. Yeah, he had 12 points, 4 6 from three. It's a nice
Yeah,
game. That's
yeah.
exactly what you need him to do.
He like
He's out there
landed the
right
day
now.
before, and,
Yeah,
and like he was immediately thrown into play, and he did well.
slid right in. Sets that back screen over there for Grant. He sets the screen for him. Oh,
Who the hell is the Grizzlies coach?
um, it's a good question.
He looks like the sheriff from Stranger Things a little bit.
Sheriff from Stranger Things. Oh, this guy. Oh, I can't remember his name. He used to coach the Kings back in the day. I think that was the one that Boogie liked that they got rid of. Um,
Um, Fuck, I can't
now,
remember.
now I'm trying to think of the guy's name who plays the sheriff on Stranger Things. What's that guy's name?
Which or the coach or the fucking Dave Yorger? Is it Yorger? No.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, this is top notch podcasting right here.
Grizzlies head coach
Hey, your boy Peyton Pritchard out there.
Taylor Jenkins. Not even close.
Oh no, Dave. Yeah, no, Dave was the guy that I think Boogie liked. But what's the guy's name? Who plays the sheriff on Stranger Things. What's that guy's name?
Fuck, man.
He's funny too. I like
Oh
that guy.
man, what's his
He's a
name?
very
David
funny
Harbor.
guy.
David Harbor.
Harbor.
Yeah.
Yep, he's funny. He's a funny guy. He was
He's
funny
a
on
good
Hot
actor.
Ones. Hot Ones, he was pretty funny.
Yeah, I like him. He's been in a lot of good stuff. Stranger Things, uh, The Black Widow.
Well, that's what I remember him from.
He
He was
was
in
in.
Extraction too,
Never
or
seen it.
Extraction, the original, I should say, not two, because now there's a second one coming out. That one's got Chris Hemsworth in it. That was a pretty good movie.
Oh, the Netflix one where he's like in India.
Yeah, and he has to get the crime lord's son or something like that and
I've never seen it.
save him. It's pretty fun to watch. It's not like
I heard it was
got
fun.
to be You don't got to be crazy into it. It's one of those ones where you put it on, just relax, and something to have fun watching.
Yeah.
That's like my kind of movie.
No, I mean I heard it's fine. Luke Cornett's just fucking got foul John Morant.
Oh, you are so far ahead of me because John Morant doesn't even have the ball yet.
John Morant.
Averaging 15.6 points per game in the paint is what they were saying earlier.
Thoughts on John Morant this season and his antics off the court?
It's weird, weirdo behavior. Like
Charles
you
Barkley said
are,
he's got to slow down because he like the rate he's going, something bad's really going to happen with him.
yeah. Like
You know?
it's also like you have you have generational wealth coming to you. Like, why are you still trying to like be out here with these people? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say I'll cut off your family or anything like that, but like, be smart about it.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
his
there's
dad's
no
acting
reason to
up.
be around that. His dad acting up on the side. That's fine. That's dad stuff. Like,
No,
that's
that's never, dude. That's never okay. I'd be pissed if that was my dad.
he's yelling at what? He's yelling at Shannon Sharp. Like, okay,
Don't yell at him. Don't
don't
give him any.
Shannon Sharp's yelling at me, so you yell at Shannon Sharp too. Let me hoop.
No, that's Shannon Sharp. Let Shannon Sharp talk. It's his fucking job. Who cares? Don't give him any more credence. Like that's the same thing with Skip Bayless says something completely fucking ridiculous. Just ignore him like LeBron does. Like
Mikey Muscala.
Skip Bayless is up LeBron James's ass every single. The guy can't breathe without Skip being up his ass. I don't think LeBron James has talked about him once.
He's
And
never
LeBron's
mentioned him one time.
and guess
Not
what?
once.
LeBron James is the greatest of all time, and Skip Bayless is like losing his like favor with
Losing the
the
fastball.
yeah. And Shannon Sharp, I like generally what he thought like his takes. I think they're pretty good, fairly.
He's a pretty
But
smart guy, I think.
can't be fucking doing that. What a clown show to do that on the court side of a game.
Yeah,
And what? And then
I did
Dylan
not
Brooks
like
is an
that.
all-time clown show. Like,
It looked bad for everybody involved. Like, ooh, Tatum just tried to kill somebody. Ooh, I love when he does that.
yeah. And
You
then
know he
now he's
really
got
wants it.
gunplay.
Yeah,
Gunplay.
yeah. Like, come on, dude. Like, let's not be around these people. You're just gonna hurt yourself. Did you ever hear the story about David Stern and Carmelo Anthony?
No.
David Stern, when he was a commissioner, called Carmelo Anthony in his office during the off season one year, and Carmelo's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Whatever. He goes in there, and David Stern says, I know you hang out with this person, and this person. This is where they live. This is where they hang out. This is what they're doing on the side. Cut the shit. Like you are going in a generational wealth right now. Quit hanging out with these fucking people. And Carmelo was like, oh shit. They got their finger on the pulse. He said he stop hanging out with those people. Got his shit right.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, I mean, it worked out. Carmelo's kind of kept his nose clean besides that honey Cheerios nonsense with KG.
yeah. But I mean,
That's not really his
we
fault.
all lose our cool once in a while here. Like
No, I'd
it
be
was
pissed too.
it wasn't gunplay happening like threatening Pacers employees and shit like that after a game.
It's
Like
not
it's
Gilbert Arenas.
two grown men yelling at each other. Like it's like Gilbert is bringing loaded weapons into the
I mean,
locker room.
seriously, it could be like John Morant could be heading down like a Gilbert Arenas path. Like Gilbert Arenas was unreal, talented, like young star, and then like the gunplay stuff fucked him up, and he's kind of gone off the rails. But yeah, I mean, he's super talented. People like him a lot more than you know. I don't know. There was like a huge debate last year about him or Tatum, and people were honestly taking John Morant over Tatum,
I
and
can see
he's
it
good.
though. I can
He's
see the
good.
argument. Not this year anymore though. Like not the way
I
that
don't know.
Tatum's
I
playing this year.
I like Tatum's game a lot more than John Morant's.
Yeah, but I mean last year John Morant was going off and Tatum was kind of just having another one of his years where he got a little bit better, but
Well, the
this
first
year he
half was
really took the
terrible.
step. Yeah, that's how Tatum always is. But
Well, the whole team
this
was bad, not just Tatum.
yeah. And Tatum always starts slow too. It doesn't even matter. Like the year that they shut the league down, they came back in the bubble. First
Mm.
like 3 or 4 games, Tatum only getting about 10, 11 points a game. Like terrible efficiency, not getting to the line, and then all of a sudden he got back into the swing of things and played Philly in the first round that year, and he was getting 30 a game. They were just eating Joel Embiid on that year because like Simmons was hurt.
Oh, they fucking destroy. They destroy Philly every time. I don't know when the last time we lost to Philly was. Seriously.
We smoked them. We never lost a playoff series to them. I know that. That's all that really matters to me.
We
They could
lost the
they could
series
beat
to the
us
Nets.
4-0.
Me and Jimmy learned that the hard way on the Masterminds podcast. We were like, "Oh, this Nets team never even won up. Did they ever win a playoff series? Yeah, against the
Only
Celtics.
the only one they won was against us, but
Yeah.
they had 3 Hall of Famers on that team, and they won one playoff series. And they
Was
won, I
Jalen
think,
Brown out for that?
7. Yeah, that was. I think that was the year that he was out, and Tatum was just going off for 40 or 50 a game.
I completely blanked that out in my mind.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Hey, shout out to this guy in the Bruins jersey.
Showing 39-8 for the Bruins this year, 40-16 for the Celtics.
They're on
Best.
record-setting pace.
Oh, gotta hit the free throws, boys. Hey, there's a guy in the Bruins jersey you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
The tiniest little iPhone I've ever seen.
He's like staring. He's like it's right up to his face. He must have like
I
short,
took the sunglasses
short-sighted.
off their budget. Oh, Ofa? Ofa?
Tatum, does he? He seems like he has a real issue hitting free throws. I would like to see what his overall percentage is on the year.
83, 85, somewhere around there.
83, 85. It's not bad, but it's not great. Considering he's like one of
I
the
think it's pretty good. I mean,
he's
like,
one of the best shooters in the league.
well, I mean, the best shooters in the league, only like 2 or 3 guys in the league will break 90 on free throws.
I like him to be higher 80s. But all right. All right.
Sweet.
I would like it to be higher 80s. One.
I like him to shoot 100% from the field too. Like,
Two. I
I'd
would
like
like
him
to
to not go
know
over.
what the stats are like in the fourth quarter, what his free throw percentage is in like the fourth quarter and or crunch time.
You can find that out for sure. So I know
Definitely, but
he
I don't
usually
have
doesn't
the
have a problem.
capabilities right now.
Doesn't have a problem with that usually. Oh. Settling for a lot of threes early in this game. I know
Yeah.
they don't even have Janet Jackson out there right now.
No, but Brandon
Or
Clark's like kind of
Steven
a
Adams.
tall, lanky defender.
Sick. Brandon Clark's gonna stop Jason Tatum from getting to the rim. Like, come on, let's
No,
keep going to the rim here, boys.
nobody should.
That was a bomb by Pritchard. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Your boy going off.
Tyus Jones, Luke Cornett. Oh my God.
Oh, something happened between Tyus Jones and Luke Cornett.
Yeah. Not great.
Yes.
Not great, Bob.
Yeah, this is why I do not want this guy on the team.
Oh my
Guy's got the
goodness
slowest
gracious.
feet in the league.
My boy Playoff P's going bananas.
Guys, 30 seconds ago says he's not going to announce the game. That was a fucking rainbow, too. That was a mute. I'd love to see that.
Dylan Brooks is a bit of an ass clown now.
Yeah, keeps hurting people. This guy just punched dude in the Blaze and nuts the other night.
I think so. Yeah, he's I wouldn't be shocked if it was him.
You know, I mean, I'm all out on that guy then.
Yeah, he's placed a gritty type of defense. You know, I feel like guys who play that type of like gritty defense, like the Marcus Smarts, Pat Beverleys, Chris Pauls, they get a bad moniker.
Don't
You
put
know,
Chris
like a
Paul in
dirty
there.
moniker. Chris Paul's like one other a great defender, point guard, guard
He's a
defender.
dirty defender. He's a
We'll
dirty
see.
defender.
Exact. That's my argument. Is that he's a
Dylan
good
Brooks,
defender and he plays gritty
like,
defense.
Here's the thing, though. Is like, Dylan Brooks is just dirty, so we don't fuck with that. He punches people in the dick. But like Pat Bev, he runs that line because that's how Pat Bev stays in the league.
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green runs that line because that's how he stays in the league. Because without Golden State, if Draymond Green didn't play defense the way he plays it, then he wouldn't be in the league.
But
Chris Paul does not need to be running
gritty
up underneath people's feet. Like, Chris Paul does not need to be tripping up guys and pushing
That's
Giannis
fair.
out of the air on an alley-oop dunk. Like,
But
we
then
do
Marcus
not
Smart
need
doesn't
that.
need to be diving for balls, landing on Steph Curry's ankles. Like they
That's
don't. There's a lot of you don't
that's
need.
a reckless. That's a reckless play. That's not a dirty play though.
You know,
Like,
you're making equivalencies here.
No,
They all get the
reckless
moniker.
and a dirty play. There's a difference between a reckless and a dirty play. See a guy walk up under somebody on a jump shooter, that's a dirty play. Diving for a loose ball, that's a reckless play when it's around people's legs, but it's also like, hey, we want that ball.
I'm just saying.
I'm never gonna fault the guy for diving for a loose ball or anything like that. But like Chris Paul pushing Giannis out of the air on that alley oop in the finals, like he
It's not great.
could have killed him on that one. He's lucky he's a very frail old man and he couldn't push the Greek freak out of the air on that one.
I mean, you did a hell of a job for Mark. You'd be a great PR person covering for Marcus like that, but he definitely gets the dirty moniker.
He does get a dirty moniker because he runs that line. He does. But he won Defensive Player of the Year last year because it was that.
So did Draymond.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I never said Draymond. Well, Draymond's kicked people in the dick, so that's where he gets the dirty from.
But
But if
that's
he
what
never
like
kicked nobody, if he never kicked nobody in the dick, I'd be like, yeah, Draymond's Draymond. Like,
his defense is great for 98% of the time, and then we always think of like the one or two plays a year that happened there. Like that's dirty. He's the dirtiest player in the league. It's like Draymond kicked LeBron James in the nuts in Game 6, and it like tarnished his career forever. But he won DPOY like that same year. Like it's 98% of the time his defense is amazing, and then one time it cost him a lot. Cost the team.
yeah. But there's also that wasn't even on defense though.
No, it was not a great play.
He's kicking people in the dick on offense. That's how dirty that was.
Yeah, it was terrible. Suspension's a little much, but
no, that's just by the rules. That's what they did it by. If you get too many technicals, you get a suspension.
oh, that's what it was. It was too many techs.
Too many
I thought it was
techs.
because he
That's
kicked him in
just
the
letter of
nuts.
the law. Well, you get a tech for kicking somebody in the nuts, which I think is it's a low penalty, but it cost his team an NBA Finals for that.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
don't know.
Warriors
Maybe I
would-
think LeBron would probably won that game regardless. He was just a man on a mission. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. But that leads us to another great point. Something else happened in the past week of sports. LeBron James, the all-time scorer in NBA history, passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in a game against who did they play? The Oklahoma City Thunder, in which they lost. But
Yeah, found a way to lose it. Yeah. That was a weird one.
that was a pre-trade deadline game. I think
was
the Lakers are
very-
much more improved.
It's a very weird game because everybody's excited for LeBron. This, that, there. Did you see Anthony Davis sitting on the bench?
Anthony Davis played so horribly that whole
He
game.
he just half-assed his way through that game. Like everybody was standing on the bench watching LeBron when he had the ball going for the record, and Anthony Davis was standing there staring at nothing.
Yeah, he had
Tried
a
to
terrible
claim-
game.
He's trying to claim, "Oh, I'm more worried about winning or losing than what's going." Like, dude, the guy, you're playing with the greatest of all time. Like, go enjoy the moment. Like, you gotta tell me that you just cared about winning in that moment. Like, you're not gonna
Well,
win nothing this year.
If he cared about winning, you would have showed up for the game. He probably could have overcame that 3-point difference against a team that's actively tanking.
Yeah, it's an actively bad team, and you just decided to sit there and do. It was really weird. And Russell Westbrook taking 19 shots in that game.
Yeah, he knew he was pissed.
And LeBron taking 20, and the game is going for the record.
He knew he was done. I think he was upset.
He was
with
mad.
everything.
He was mad because LeBron was talking about trading for Kyrie. All upset and happened, and Russell Westbrook knows the only way that you can get Kyrie is trading him. Some way you can make the money work.
Yeah,
You're not trading AD for him. Nobody else on the team makes no money.
I might have traded AD for him.
For Kyrie, but you have Kyrie, Russ, and LeBron. Like that's not gonna work.
No, yeah, I know. Russ had to go, but the way AD was playing, I would have traded him. But I mean, that's to wrap it all. I guess to move to the Lakers' point, like they're only going to go as far. They have enough talent on that team to go far in the playoffs. The thing is can AD last that long?
Yeah, can he stay healthy?
Can he play at the level that we know he can play at? And if he does those two things, then I wouldn't be shocked if they have it, make it pretty far in the playoffs. If not, go. The West is a shootout now at this point. Who knows who's going to come out of the West? But
All
there's a
depends
lot
on
of
where they
talent
come
there.
in. All depends on where they are in the standings, really. Because if they squeak in at the 8th seed or whatever, then you're going to get bounced in the first round by the Nuggets. Like the Nuggets are just a animal, and maybe the Suns are the 2 seed this year, and you get in at the 7, and you got to face them in the first round.
Yeah, you got to figure. The Jazz are going to drop out. The Kings are pretty good, but so if the Lakers get the Kings at like a mid-round matchup,
I would like to get the Kings because it's the Kings at the end of the day,
Yeah, and hopefully the other teams can all kind of beat themselves to shit, and the
Lakers have to fucking depend on. It's like, hey, we got to squeak through the first round. Hope we show up to an injured team in the second round.
It's kind of what the Celtics have to depend on too with the Bucks.
I'm not worried about the Bucks at all.
You're crazy, but no, I mean no, yeah, like they should beat the Bucks outright in a series of seven, but like
Probably like
it
five
would
games to beat them.
it
Even
would
five.
definitely help if the Bucks had a very hard road to get to the Celtics in the Eastern Conference
Oh
Finals.
yeah, that's why you fight for the one seed in the regular season. People say, "Oh, it doesn't matter," but like it does.
Yeah.
The one seed faces the eight seed, and then they face the winner of the 4-5 matchup. So you could go 8-5, and then face whoever comes up with next out of them.
Who would the Celtics be playing if they were
Who's
the
the,
one seed?
right now? Who's the
The
eight seed in the
Hawks,
East?
maybe. The Hawks, maybe.
I think the Hawks are just atrocious this year.
They're bad. They're horrible.
Like
I knew they were going to
they're
be bad.
they hate their coach. Like
I don't know why they thought Deontay Murray would have been the answer to all their questions. They
they
don't have
want to
a.
trade to play off ball. Like and he should be able to play off ball the way he shoots, but he shoots like shit off ball. DeJounte
They
Murray's
just
a
need to
better
get
off
rid of
ball
Trey Young.
shooter than Trey Young, which is weird.
So they'd be playing the Hawks. Yeah. Holy fuck! I'm a fucking steel trap. Let's go.
Fucking
Um.
brains on this kid, huh?
Yeah, but honestly, it's a they could be facing any one of the either Bulls, Raptors, Wizards,
Oh,
Hawks, or
yeah.
Knicks.
I
So
mean, that's all easy money. Like,
nah,
it's one of those
Knicks beat
teams
us last
where
time.
do you think the Celtics aren't going to be locked in the playoffs?
I hope they are.
Like, like
I
against the
hope
Knicks,
so.
dude. Tatum in Madison Square Garden dropping a 50 burger in the playoffs. Like, inject it right into my veins, baby.
Yeah, I mean we're beating any of these. We should beat any of these teams in
Smoke any of those three.
the
And then the
gentleman's sweep.
4-5 is what? Who's
Four
the
five is the
4-5?
Cavaliers, Nets, but the Nets are you're gonna figure they're gonna drop down.
They might
Um,
be the seventh or eighth seed this year. They're still going
I,
to make the playoffs.
I would like to
But
see them be the 7 seed and give the fucking Bucks a wicked hard time. I think they're scrappy enough to the point where they're gonna drop down, but not that much, and they're gonna be like a tough out, or like they'll win 1 or 2 games in the playoffs because they're sneaky young and I don't know they have like 17 wings. Like
it's all 3-D guys.
yeah,
They actually set themselves up beautifully for the future because it's going to be like everybody's going to be calling them for 3-D guys in the next
yeah,
couple of years. They're going to be like, hey, how much you want for Cam Thomas? How much you want for Cam Johnson? How much you want for this guy?
and they're replete with first round picks for the rest of the decade.
They actually did a really good job coming out of this if you just look at it in that way. If you look at it in a vacuum of Kevin Durant was leaving, you're not keeping him. They did do a bad job.
Yeah, but you got to figure they don't have any of their own picks because they sent them all for Harden.
Yeah, Harden and for I think for Kyrie too. No,
So
they
they
didn't
don't
trade
have
for
any.
Kyrie. Kyrie's a free agent.
So they're gonna be bad. So whoever has those picks is kind of like nice, but they are also gonna be. They have most of the Suns picks for the next decade, and like you said, they're gonna keep moving picks from now until forever. And
Mm-hmm.
so they're gonna their situation in the draft really is dependent upon like a super old Suns team, like you know.
Yeah. In 3 years, the draft pick's going to be beautiful because in 3 years, Durant's going to be a free agent, whether he wants to stay there or not.
Could it be a situation where it was like the Celtics and the Nets, where like you're giving up an age star about all your age core
Yeah,
for the next 10 years of draft picks of this team, and they're going to be on the like Kevin Durant's on his way. He's a great player. He's still amazing. He's going to push this team, but he's on his way out. Chris Paul's got another year or two left. So like,
yeah. I mean, next, I think 20, 25 and 26, I think it is. They're going to owe Booker and Durant $104 million between the two of them.
yeah,
Like
they
you're
have like no
handcuffed
money.
to those two. Like you have nothing. Like you better get some good drafts or something because I hope that a free agent comes to you.
Yeah, they're really cat. When the trade happened, I played a 2K franchise, and I tried like signing veteran free agents off of the market to fill out the bench because they don't have a bench, and I couldn't do anything. I had to be veteran minimum, and
No,
that
there's nothing there. Like there's no money to be spent. So you handcuff yourself. So in the next 3 years, if you don't get a title out of this, you're just gonna be nuclear. Like there's going to be you have no picks. You
Yeah.
have all the money you want, but it's not like Phoenix is a organization people want to go to. You're still gonna have Devin Booker. He'll be hitting his prime at that point, which is attractive to some players, but at the same time, you gotta have something else there. Because do you really want to go to a team that their best players is score first guard? Like you don't really fit in there.
Yeah.
And also you got eight in there too for the next few years, and his money's gonna be stupid high too.
Yeah.
I forgot they're giving him like $30 million a year or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. He's young.
So
I mean, I don't mind a core of Booker and Aiton though.
it's not bad if Aiden wants to be there. You saw what it's like when he doesn't want to be there.
Seriously.
The last couple of weeks, he decided he wanted to play and he's dominating. But then, like before that, when he's irritated, he's just like, "All right, I'm just not going to help on defense. I'm going to watch guys get layups behind you.
Yeah.
I'm going to half-ass roll, and if I don't get the ball, I'm just going to kind of stand in the way." Like it's not great when he decides he doesn't want to play.
No. But
That's the only
that
I would be worried
happens.
about.
That can happen. That happens with a lot of teams, not just in an Aiton situation. You have people doing that all across the league. When they get tired of the situation, they don't want to play, and they stomp their feet, and then they shoot their way out of town.
Yeah, I mean, guys do it all the time. But at least those guys are still playing, though. You might be paying that guy $30 million a year, but he's still out there hooping at the end of the day.
Bruh. Okay, so have you paying attention to any of this alien shit that's going on?
No,
This UFO
I
shit?
stay away from it. It scares me. Staying away.
Have you heard anything about it though?
I heard we got the Chinese spy balloon. There's another one that got shot down. I heard too, right?
There's two more yesterday.
They found two more yesterday.
Or no, there was one that was shot down over Canada yesterday, and another false report of one last night. And then there's a new they're shut down a part of Canada. I'm getting wigged out. Something scary is going on with this stuff, and I don't know what it is. If it's aliens is the best case scenario, if you think about it. Because if it's another country fucking with us, it's like, like that's bad. That's really bad.
I mean, I'm more comfortable dealing with other people of the same species as us than aliens and whatever they're about.
Yeah, true. But I tell you what, if the world fucking ends before the Celtics win a championship, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. I'm gonna be so pissed.
We'll still finish with the most in one city ever. So
yeah. What the Lakers have like one in Minneapolis or whatever the fuck?
we got 5 in Minneapolis with what the hell's the guy's name? George Mikan. George Mikan got him 5 titles over there in Minneapolis, and they didn't retire his number, and they still try and count those numbers as their
Well, they Minneapolis or St. Louis?
Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
Because they got the Lakers, it's the land of 1,000 lakes.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I have Steven Adams on my fantasy team, so that's helpful.
He's hitting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Luke Cornett. Fuck.
Do you know who else I have on my fantasy team?
Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
You just start him.
I don't have anybody else playing. Those are the only 2 guys that were scheduled to play today.
I have Jaren Jackson.
This guy
so far
fucking stinks. Get this guy off my team. Oh my god.
I also have Tatum. Tatum rules. Tatum's been probably the best fantasy option besides Luka.
I think Tatum's still probably better if he plays more games. Luka misses games.
Yeah.
Also, Luka
Tatum's gonna
numbers
sit out
might go down.
up.
Luka's numbers might go down too this year though, because now you got everybody's favorite anti-Semite.
Not mine. I do own one of his jerseys, but that one is safely staying in the fucking closet forever.
I have a much worse person's jersey, so
yeah, true. I
don't even know where that is. I'm setting that thing on fire though. I did not know of that when I bought it.
3rd or 4th on the all-time scores list.
Yeah.
And it ain't Kobe Bean Bryant.
We love Bean.
Yeah. Although he had some misconduct stuff going on back in the day.
That's for a different podcast, though.
Huh?
So that's for a different podcast, though.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever. Like Carmelo,
Carmelo
he whose name shall not be mentioned,
redacted over there from
is like
Utah.
actually has a child from a child.
Uh-huh. And that's disgusting.
Yeah, not great.
Absolutely disgusting.
He was a beast when he played basketball, though. Can't take that
Probably
from
had the
him.
sharpest elbows ever. You
He was
see them
fucking
things?
jacked. He's
Yeah.
scary looking jacked.
Yeah. He would elbow the shit out of you and get you out of his way. And just be like, all right, that's a layup.
Yeah, you're not stopping that fucking freight train. And it also helped that he had a fucking absolute dimer, dishing him the
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah. Another guy who's a fucking problematic.
Is that like the bet? I was gonna say, is that the best team to never win a championship?
It's up there.
The Charles
Might be.
Barkley Suns teams were pretty good. Never won a championship.
They have Dan Marley on that team. Dan Marley and Charles Barkley and who else was on that team?
Do they have Penny Hardaway? No, they got him
Oh,
later.
I don't think the Suns ever got Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, he played on them for a bit. I think at the end of his career. What about the Rockets team?
Elijah on them. I thought he got
Charles
one.
Barkley and Olajuwon. No, they didn't win. Well, Olajuwon got one, but not when Barkley went on them.
They had that Lakers team where they had Gary Payton, um, Kobe, Shaq, and redacted.
Yeah, but that they won ring
They won after they left, after that guy was gone.
yeah.
I don't think GP and him ever got one.
Who's the best player to never win a championship?
Probably one of those two. Probably Charles or redacted.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
that's exactly right.
most guys that are that good get it, but
Jokic is seemingly heading down that path.
if he doesn't get one, he might end up on that.
2-time MVP already, about to be a third.
Yeah, I mean that's just 3 feet MVPs. That's pretty impressive.
Hasn't been done since
Bird, I think.
yeah,
Bird or
Bird.
Bird
No, it's
or
Bird.
it's not MJ.
Nope, it's Bird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I remember
It's
them
that
saying
voter
that.
fatigue shit. It's just irritating. It's like
Well, I mean,
uh,
that's what's going to stop him from winning it this time. It has to be voter fatigue.
it's the only thing that can stop him.
Yeah, it's because his
So it's
gameplay
like
is unreal.
he had a 30-point triple double the other night again. He has 102 triple doubles as a center. The next closest guy doesn't even have 70.
And he's shooting like very efficiently.
Shooting 60 something% on true shooting.
Yeah, he's
Absolutely
unreal.
unbelievable. He's on a tear. The guy kills it every time. He's probably like the second or third best player in the league right now.
Well, I mean, some would say he's one.
I'd definitely hear the argument for one too.
I think he's probably one. Who's better than him?
Maybe Giannis.
Giannis. What about Joel Embiid?
No, I think he's a step above Joel. He's more
He's a lead.
consistent than Joel Embiid.
Embiid's the leading scorer in the league.
Is it him?
I believe so. He's averaging like 30 something points a game.
Tatum's averaging over 30.
Joel Embiid.
1, 2, 3. Count them. J White. I love these jerseys too. What do you think about these jerseys?
Embiid's averaging 33 points a game.
Oh yeah, he's leading the league. Yeah.
I like the jersey. I like it. It's a clean look, little bland, but that's the Celtics for you.
I like
they
the
got classic
touches.
looks.
I like the little they have the little cursive going.
I tell you what's a really good account to follow is the guy. I forget his name,
Pete
but
Rogers.
he creates a jersey after every Celtics win.
Yeah, Pete Rogers.
He
You got the Dunkin'
so
Donuts one. You got the MBTA one.
he has the one where it's the big oil tanker with
Yeah,
the colors.
that was
I
nice.
love those ones.
Those are nice, dude. He did a purple one too the other day. That was pretty sweet.
Nike should get that guy on the hook if he doesn't already work in a company like that. Like, whoever makes the jerseys, I think it's Nike or Jordan or whoever. Should just get him on the hook for his ideas because he's very good at making clean ass jerseys.
Nasty. One thing I really like about these Celtic jerseys that we got on now is the diamonds on the side.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice touch.
There's 11 of them for all the championships that Bill Russell won.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is a really nice.
Doesn't he have 12? I thought he has 12.
Oh, he's got 11.
As a player?
Yeah, because he has
one as a coach?
10 as a player, 1 as a player coach because he was playing and coaching. Because
yeah,
you were still allowed to do that when they were. You're
yeah,
still allowed to do that back in the day.
they decided after Pete Rose that was no go.
He was playing when he was managing too.
Yeah, at the end, that's what sunk him. Is
Yeah, but
that,
the problem was that he bet his own games. Like,
but as the
and he was,
manager, you have active control, more active control than
yeah,
the player.
that's what I mean. It's like, ooh, ooh,
Celtics on a
ooh,
sneaky
Tatum,
10-0 run here, like
ooh,
that.
sneaky like 12-0 run, I think 13
Yeah,
0. Yeah,
49-39 right before
ooh,
half.
that's how you turn it up right there. That's a great move. Break him down and just he's so smooth getting to the rim this year.
Yeah, I love when he attacks the basket.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. So that's why he's getting 30 a game this year. He's actually going to the rim. He's not going around the rim. He's going to the rim.
He's a great shooter. Don't get me wrong. He's one of the best shooters in the league, and like he'll get it from all angles, face up, back to the basket. He's just one of the best shooters in the league. But when he takes it to the rim, it's like it's not quite like that, but he could get to the point where it's like LeBron James, where he could get it wherever he wants, when he wants it. I
No, it's
like
only gonna
that.
get bigger and stronger too.
Yeah, as he gets
That's the
and
thing.
he develops his game, his inside
Yeah,
game.
him
Yeah,
off
I'd
the
like to
post.
see.
I love him playing off the mid post, off the elbows. I think we should be running most of our offense in the fourth quarter through that. He can catch that ball. He can face up over a smaller player, facilitate to whatever it needs to be done. Blow by the bigger guy if he gets him on him.
Hmm.
You can
The
just
double comes
ISO
on.
straight up. You can ISO straight up off the elbow and run four flat. Like I think that should be a majority of our offense in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Tatum should be. There should never be. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because he's been out for so long. But Marcus Smart has to touch. He
He
has to
is
touch
so
the ball all
helpful.
the time.
He sets up the Jays so well.
Yeah,
It's
imagine what
unbelievable.
imagine what this team looks like when they have their starting point guard back. That's still the best team in the league.
Yeah, or we have all of our starting centers and point guard
Yeah,
and wings.
when this team plays together, I tell you what, it's a problem.
What's the record? Did they say the record on the 6 games that we played?
They couldn't have lost much.
Ooh,
No, I forget what the record
ooh.
was. I forget what the record was. But when I tell you another interesting stat about point guards, Derek White, when he plays more than 28 minutes a game, they're like 15-4.
Wild.
That's a
Dude,
crazy stat.
dude's supposed to be a backup point guard, and he started 40 games, I think, this year, or something like that. Something
Yeah,
wild like that. Like,
it makes you wonder if that's like just a symptom of the team. You know,
I mean, it's just been a weird year for injuries. I mean, like
fifteen
I
and
said,
four is a great record. Like he's just that's a starting point. Like I would
yeah,
love
yeah,
as a star point guard, but
yeah. We started a lot of games because it's just weird with the injuries this year.
Smart's
Smart
been
being
out
out
what
for
two,
two
three
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah, he's probably not going back till after the All Star break at this point. I don't see him. I don't see him forcing it back anytime soon. Then you got.
Although he's practicing already.
I mean, it's Marcus Smart. I'm sure he's practicing the next freaking day. I'm sure he just didn't tell anybody.
I tell you what, I'd like to see him play for that, get dressed for that Bucks game.
I would too. What's the next couple of games? We got 3 games left till the All Star break. We got the
Uh,
Bucks.
Two more. So after today, you have the Bucks on Tuesday, and you have Detroit on Wednesday. And Brad has already said Tatum's going to sit for Wednesday.
As you should. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, remember last episode we talked about? Well, the fans don't remember, but I remember. You should win 4 out of the next 6. So
Yeah,
far, they are undefeated. So
we're 3. What we got? 4, 3.
we're
Yeah.
3-0 so
Yep.
far.
I mean,
And
like, I was hearing on other podcasts talking about 5-1, or else you're upset about it, and it's like I don't know, 5-1, you're kind of pushing it.
well, I mean,
With Smart being out, and you're facing the Sixers, the Grizzlies, and the Bucks.
I said you probably drop this game against the Grizzlies or the Pistons game,
Ooh, Rob Williams, baby,
just because the
that boy's a different player. That's
Pistons
a
game
weird
has
one.
trap game all over it.
It's a trap game. It's the last game before you go to on break. Is that home?
You already know Tatum's not playing.
Tatum's not
I don't know.
playing.
Jalen's not playing.
Tatum's definitely not playing. I don't see them even wasting their time forcing him back.
Oh. So yeah, if you close this one out, then yeah, I think it was a successful stretch
Yeah, I mean,
before the
I would
break.
like to see them beat the Bucks though.
Of course, of course, of course. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a brutal series, and you're not worried about them. But at full strength, it's going to be a brutal series.
Dude,
Both teams.
this year Chris Middleton's getting 13 points a game. Like he's not moving the needle.
Okay.
Like, he's not moving the needle.
Okay. If you say so. I mean,
Also, last year the only reason why the Bucks were even in that series is because our bench was so bad. Like Derek White was terrible in that series. We didn't have Brogdon. Rob Williams was playing well. Yeah, was Rob Williams even in that series? I don't even think Rob
yes.
played in that series.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did. I can't remember though. I went to one of the fucking games. I can't remember.
Also, I mean that was also a weird playoffs for him because he was playing some games, other games he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
But you got to have a fully healthy Rob. You added Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh,
Derek White has a
Jesus.
full year in the thing. Apparently, something bad's going to happen.
Nope, something good happened, but it's just crazy. This team's fucking cooking right now. Although I think Al Hort hurt himself. Shout out to that Boston fan who just picked his nose wearing the Jaylen Brown jersey. You'll see him in a second.
Oh, nice move, Tatum. Let's get into the rim, get in the line. He popped his finger. He'll be all right.
Oh yeah, he just popped his finger out of his fucking socket. He's fine. That shit doesn't hurt.
That looks
Oh
fine.
yeah,
What's
he
he,
definitely he
what are they
dislocated his
talking
fucking
about?
fingy. Ugh, he's gonna have Denzel Washington fingers. Tell you what, get a nice 20-point lead going into halftime against this team.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, he's fine.
I know he's just
Sprained it a
getting
little
taped up.
bit.
He's just getting
Again,
taped.
make a big deal out of everything.
I
My
mean, I
favorite,
just the injuries, man. They wig me out.
they
I think
do.
that's about the only thing that can stop this team.
Yeah, the Bucks aren't going to stop him. That's for sure.
Well, they could. They're the second thing.
I am
Listen,
not worried about the Bucks.
nobody was more who ate more crow than me when I was like, I'm not worried about the fucking Warriors. Are you kidding me? We match up so well. We're way too big for them. And for 2 games, I was right. And then guess what
Two and a
happened?
half, two and a half.
Yeah,
Blew in the fourth quarter that one game.
like the overconfidence. The overconfidence is I can't. I just maybe I'm a little bit jaded with the Celtics teams. I get a little, when it comes to
Who's
overconfidence.
number two on the Grizzlies?
Uh, who the fuck is that? Number 2. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Because they are picking on him. They're getting him on Tatum every play down the
Not
court.
Desmond Bain. Oh, it's Tillman. What the fuck is his name?
Tillman Fertitta?
It's like Omari Tillman. I think I might be mixing him up with Omari Spellman. It's something like that. But
I got no idea, but they're just picking on that poor guy every time down. They're getting screen. Rob, give me a screen. Their guards don't want to fight. That's what Gilbert Arenas used to do.
what? Shoot people? Shoot at people? Pull
Never
guns on
shot
dudes?
anybody. Never shot
No,
anybody. Just asked
pull
him which
guns
one he
on
wanted. Asked him which one he wanted. He was being a friendly guy, huh? No, they was doing the interview with Brandon Jennings, that's who it was. And he was talking about Brandon Jennings said that Gilbert was talking to him and said, I'm not even worried about you. I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at your bigs. Like, I'm just gonna play with your bigs all night. I'm gonna get a screen, I'm just gonna play with your bigs all night. And he went and gave him like 50.
them. Damn. Calling your shot.
He was mean.
Yeah.
Those gold jerseys, I love those.
The Wizards ones.
Yeah.
Those were great jerseys.
People don't like them.
That's
Surprisingly. I don't get it.
fucking crazy.
I love them.
The Memphis Grizzlies jerseys need to go revert back to when they were Vancouver.
Those were sick, bro.
There is nothing better than those Pau Gasol jerseys.
Mm-hmm. You can get Jason Williams on those too. I think he was on there.
I mean, they break them out every now and then, but those should be the style. Like, no, no, call
Those
me
should
old
be
fashioned.
the style.
What's the score now? Halftime. We're going into half. 48-61.
Yep.
Celtics.
It's 13-point lead going to half.
Nice. Yep. Against the prohibited, one of the favorites out of the West. Celtics doing their job early, but they did their job early on Friday. Things fell apart. Let's hope that doesn't happen here. Um, but yeah, pretty good stuff going on.
I already got 13 threes at the half, too. That's big time.
Yeah, they can shoot the daylights out of the ball.
It's unbelievable how quick they can shoot, too.
Everybody can shoot. Like, well, besides Rob.
He almost took one on Friday.
How
They
many?
swung
He
it to the
averages like
corner.
what? Like one a season.
Yeah, it's probably like an end of the shot clock, chuck it up.
Yeah.
Like, why did this ball end up in my hands kind of thing? Or like end of a quarter, end of a half. No, he's nice with it, though. I feel like he could definitely spread that to the corner. He's already got that mid range jumper down. He just
Who,
never
Rob?
takes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just never
If he
takes
if he
it.
can if he can develop a shot, I tell you what, we're talking about like top 3 center in the league.
Already a top three defensive center in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put him up there with Jaren Jackson and I'm sure I'm missing somebody.
But
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson can shoot.
Yeah. I'm just talking straight defense though. Defensively, he's top three center in the league right now.
Yeah. Um, Circling back to LeBron's scoring record, do you think there's anybody in the league that could break it? Do you think we'll ever see it get broken?
I saw somebody tweet that if Tatum averages 24 a game for the rest of his like 14 years or something like that, he'll break it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the thing is what is like entirely contingent upon health. It's
Health,
more of a it's more of a it's not so much can you score that much because I think they can. It's a matter of can you stay healthy that long.
Yeah,
You know?
that's all it is. I mean, he's played for 20 something years.
LeBron, yeah,
Yeah, like,
this will be his 20th year.
yeah, he's been in the league for 20 years to break that record, which is wild that Kareem had that record because he played 4 years in college too.
Yeah,
Played in a league where you could like punch a guy in the face and then come back into the game after the timeout. Like,
and he didn't shoot. He wasn't a 3-point shooter.
3-point line wasn't really even a thing.
But LeBron broke
the
it.
90s.
LeBron broke it in less games played.
Yeah, that's the big thing. He played, I think, like 1,300 less minutes played or something like that.
I think LeBron James was just being born when Kareem set the record. No, something like that.
Something like that. It's close to 85, I think.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
LeBron 83.
84.
I don't know why the fuck I know that.
Because he has a tattooed on him.
I'm not really looking at his tattoos. Look at the gameplay, baby.
I mean, if you watch the guy play enough, you start to recognize his tattoos. It's like the fucking dumb emoji tattoos on who has those? The karate guy.
He used to be on the
Derek fucking
Hornets.
I forget his name. But he used to have dumb emoji tattoos.
Yeah, the dumbest tattoo I've ever seen in my life.
It's a good reference. I was talking about a guy being noticeable by his tattoos, and I can't remember the guy who has a very noticeable tattoo.
Birdman had a fucking butte.
Yeah, Birdman's fan. He's the faux hawk with the tattoos and the headband.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Williams got a dumb tattoo, love, on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate that. Don't like that.
Grizz is 4-19. We're 12 of 24 at the half and three. Wow.
Grizz is a 4 for 19.
That's how you take a lead right there when you're outscoring them by 24 from three. Like,
what is that?
That's how you build a lead right there.
That's like what? Fucking. That's about 30% from three. It's not bad. I was gonna say the Grizzlies like they can
4-19 is it's like 20 something percent. It was 4 of 20 is 25%.
Oh yeah.
No, it was 20%. 4 of 20 is 20%. So it's less than 20% they shoot from three.
So you got to figure that's going to regress to the mean, meaning that, or ascend to the mean.
Water's going to find its level. They're going to shoot the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, and the Celtics will probably regress because what are they shooting right now?
12 to 24. So
50% from three.
Yeah, but if you look at the quality of the looks that we're getting, like I don't see it regressing. We're getting open threes.
Who is this girl on the TV right now?
The one on the left? All the way?
In the blue shirt, the blue dress.
There's two of them on the blue. This one?
Dark blue.
Yeah, Chene. I don't remember a lot. I want to say Ogugwe, maybe something like that.
I will say
she played in the WNBA.
The women on ESPN on ABC, they are good looking ladies. Good looking ladies. Richard
He's a
Jefferson's a
real.
good-looking man. I'll give that to him. He looks a bit
See him
like an
strip his
alien.
shirt off. I
Yeah, I
know that.
did. He's in good shape. Perk, not so much. Love you, Perk. You're not a great-looking man.
But you're there for the laughs, but he's got a
Yeah,
beautiful beard though.
he does keep it clean. Love Perk. Love Perk always.
How long do you think it takes Richard Jefferson to shave that giant bald head of his?
Oh, he just probably just takes a pick around it. Like he shaves his whole face. He's like cue ball. So like his face, he just probably he
It's
takes
probably
the
got that
shaving
got
cream
that
and
electric one.
just goes all around his face with the and just bicks everything but his eyebrows. And
I'd give him $100 to shave his eyebrows just to see what he would look like.
I mean, yeah, he's not a bad looking guy. He looks a bit like the aliens that are getting shot down over Canada, but but that's about it.
He's a funny guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
It's funny on TikTok. Very, very good on TikTok.
Not a bad player back in his day either.
Jesus Christ.
What?
My camera's all fucked up. Zion's out again. Multiple weeks with a hamstring.
Yeah, he's they're folding their season.
I don't blame them. They're not going anywhere. They were fun for a minute, but they're not going anywhere.
They could be one of those teams that's sneaky tough out of the West, but like they just can't stay healthy. Ingram with his foot, and they were actually very competitive early, but they had like but they lose like not almost like 14 games straight or something stupid. Like
Yeah, they were killing it, and then all of a sudden they just like, wow, they got a terrible run, like
yeah,
12, 13 games.
I mean you can't. Zion's going to be a very interesting case because when he plays, he's like as good as the top 10 players in the league. He
He's
just doesn't play.
wild, but none of those guys is hurt all the time. Who do you think plays more games in their career, him or Kawhi?
No, I mean Kawhi played it probably a ton back in the day with the Spurs. I just can't remember that far back. I mean, I'd probably say Kawhi.
He might finish with more just because of those Spurs days. But
Although what is
ever
Zion
since
like
that,
22 years old? He's like wicked young. I don't know. I could see it. I could see Kawhi. I could see Zion figuring this out because his
yeah,
play is so. I just feel like it has to switch. It has to switch for him. Mentally, like get myself in shape, like really good shape. You know, or
yeah,
it
I
doesn't
mean,
happen and he tanks out of the league.
he's not even in terrible shape, really. But it's just I don't know if he can lose weight. If he loses weight, like that's half his power right there.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Charles Barkley, I listened to him on the All the Smoke podcast the other day, his interview, and he was talking about how when he came at Auburn, he was like 300 pounds and he was dominating, like he was really good. And he's like, I'm dominating, everything's going good, and then like I'm struggling, and then I forget who he talked to, an old head back in the day, and he's like, buddy, like, why am I not? He's asking the guys, like, why am I not reaching the success I had in college, like in the NBA? And he's like, you can't play basketball at 300 pounds. You know, you can't do
No,
it. And so the guy told him to meet him before and after practice for an hour every day before and after practice. And he lost 10 pounds and the play started getting better. And then he lost another 10 pounds and and then he eventually reached his playing weight of 250 pounds. And then Charles
mm-hmm.
Barkley became the MVP of the league. Like,
Yeah,
you may think that you can't lose weight. I mean, obviously anybody can lose weight, but like, and I know what you're saying that his size is a big aspect of his game and his musculature. Like he's a big husky guy, but if he loses 10, who knows what happens when he loses 10 pounds? Maybe nothing drops off and he stays healthy for a whole season because that seems to be the issue, right? Like if the play is not the issue, it's the health.
I also feel like I'm the one's babying him a little bit with it too, which is understandable. Like that's their
The
number one
Pelicans.
overall pick. Yeah, like I feel like every time even a little thing happens, like yeah, you're gonna sit for a week or two with this. Like you
Yeah.
turn your ankle in practice, you're out for 3 weeks, and most guys are out for a week. They're taking it slow with everything.
And the
So
load management.
maybe losing weight would help with that too. They might be able to have a little bit more trust in him playing, coming back off of injuries.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't see him. I don't see him going for very long in the league at this rate, like, unless he fixes something. Like
I'm telling you, man.
after his contract is up, like who's gonna sign him to some crazy contract? Like, who's going to sign him long term
He'd
without
be
having a
very
bunch?
good on the Clippers. They don't give
Just
a
Blake
shit. They'll
Griffin
rest you.
2.0. Yeah,
They'll rest you the whole fucking half of the season. But that I guess and I heard Bill Simmons talking about this recently too. That in the load management, the load management is getting so bad to the point where the league might have to take action on something, and they're not going to tell people to force their players to play, right? Because if the player gets injured, if an old player gets injured, then they're not going to play the whole season instead of playing 20 games less a season. But so do you think they could reduce? And one of the fixes is eliminate back to backs or outright, or reduce the amount of games you play in a season.
the only way to get rid of back to backs is to reduce the games because you don't do any back to backs on an 82 game season.
Yeah,
Like they're going to be playing every other night just to get the games done by June. So yeah,
yeah,
you're not going to play back to backs, but in 7 nights you're playing what 4 games in 7 nights
damn.
for the entire year, just to get all your games done by June if you want to play 82.
Yeah, I mean, extending the season. They could extend the season. Yeah, they're already into the
Season's
beginning of
already so
baseball.
long, dude. Like you start in
Yeah.
October, you don't finish till June.
So what's the fix? Force
They're
the
really
people to
out.
play?
You definitely can't force them to play. The owners are never going to cut back on the amount of games because why would you cut your nose off to spite your face? You know,
Well, it's also there's big
the check still
implications.
clears. You know, the
Well,
check still clears whether Kawhi plays in that game against Oklahoma City on a Thursday night or if he doesn't play. Like the people still show up and the check still clears.
and
At the end of the night,
the TV deals, the
yeah,
checks are already signed for those, and they're signed up for 82 games. You can't just take away 15
yeah,
games away from
yeah,
them, and then they're
10,
gonna be like,
15 games, whatever. Yeah,
we need to come back to the table and discuss. You
that's gonna
know,
be a big thing in the CBA. I don't know how they're gonna figure it out,
it's gonna
but
be interesting. There has to be something because it's kind of unsustainable as it is.
like if you think about it, like they talk about load management this, load management that, but like there's a lot of guys in the league that don't even do that. Like
Yeah,
you got your PGs and your Kawhis, and you got your um what do you got? You got
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis is actually hurt. That's the problem.
But yeah, but
And
he's
you get your Kawhi's, PGs, your Anthony Davis, your Zions, but like outside of them, like Tatum plays like all 82 almost every year. LeBron was he missed like 6 games a year, 7 games a year every year at like 105 years old. Like the
with
guys
with
that
the
want to play are gonna play.
with the and another thing, and it made sense when he said is the amount it costs to go to the game, whether it's just the initial
Yeah.
ticket price, and then when you get in the door,
And
the
you spend
fucking
a couple hundred
concessions.
bucks. I
The
mean,
price you're paying, like if I were to take, if let's say I have a little kid, if I were to take a kid, it'd probably be like a $500 expenditure to take a kid and myself to a Celtics game,
yeah,
like
because
any Celtics game.
yeah, I mean that's just because it's the Celtics though too. That's one of the things. But if
Well,
I'm like
yeah,
an Oklahoma City Thunder fan or whatever, they're not like a great team. I mean, I know you got SGA and all them, but they're not a really great team. Then you get the Lakers coming to town, and you're spending all this extra money to get tickets for the Lakers.
but what if you are a
And
Lakers
then,
fan?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or you're a Lakers fan, and the one time a year they come into your town, and now I got to pay extra to go to this game, and Anthony Davis and LeBron aren't playing.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm with you on that one for sure. I don't know what you can do about that. That's kind of just the
Yeah,
gamble of buying a ticket, and you guys got to enjoy the team and not the player. But we're getting into a time and with social media and everything like that, guys are fans of players and not teams anymore. Like the amount of guys that are fans of just LeBron James wherever he goes is, I know he's the greatest of all time, but that's a big one.
it's a good. I mean, it's a good point. Yeah.
But I mean, you got like your PGs and your Kawhis. People are just going to follow them around. AD, whoever AD plays for, I'm a fan of them.
And the load management is good, like all in an effort to win more games and go to the final, and
Win
that's
the
what they're trying to
finals.
do. It's like, and
Yeah,
ultimately in the owner's eyes, playoff revenue,
it's
finals, selling more
unbelievably
merch,
high. Yeah,
like,
more
but
times you're on TV.
what's the price if you can't sell out your own stadium because you don't know if Kawhi Leonard's going to play it tonight?
That's the thing that the stadium's still going to sell out. Like, the Clippers aren't having a problem with getting people in the door. and they have two guys that never play. And like
I don't know what the Clippers stats are, but yeah, fair enough. What if I mean? All right, fine. Let's just say the Lakers. Well, I guess the Lakers don't have a problem selling out either. All right, the Pelicans. Let's just say the Pelicans, a team with playoff hopes. It's gonna
the
sit there.
Pelicans are the Pelicans are a weird one too because where you are, you're in New Orleans, so it's like there's all kinds of stuff to do on night in New Orleans.
The
You don't
Saints are
feel like
no
going to
good.
a Pelicans game because you don't know who's going to play. I don't blame you. So the small market teams are the ones that really get hurt
Yeah,
because the big market teams are always going to sell. The Celtics, even when they were trash, like in the year after the year they traded Rondo and they like missed the playoffs completely, like they still were selling out the arena every night.
yeah. Well, we're a diehard fan base. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
certain like
it's like the Red Sox. Like they sell out no matter what.
I feel like the Grizzlies probably sell it every time, no matter what. Too, they're not a huge market, but they're also a good team. The second in the West.
Yeah, when they were bad, there's no way they were selling out.
I don't know. They had that grindhouse mentality with Tony Allen and Zebo.
Yeah, but
I feel like the people in
that was like
Memphis
10
like
years
that.
ago at this point. Oof, you
Splash
telling me
that
when
Tatum. Splash that Tatum. Oh,
was Chris Paul on the Grizzlies? No, he was on the Thunder. You know what I will say with the Thunder, they do a really good job of like rehabbing former star players and like getting them back to like good situations. They did it with Chris Paul, Paul George, Al Horford. You know, they've done it with a ton of guys like that.
Oklahoma City, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. Well, they didn't rehab Al Horford. They just didn't play him because they wanted to lose. Al Horford
But
played too good that year,
well
and
that's
they
the
did the
thing.
same thing with Chris Paul.
I think they showcased him well. They made him showcase well.
Horford,
Yeah.
he played the first year. The second year they were trying to lose, and he didn't even play. That's why the Celtics could trade for him with Kemba because they're like, we're just going to buy out Kemba. We want to lose anyways. We'll just trade you Horford, buy out Kemba, and have more cap space to sign guys. And they traded for SGA from the. I think that was no, that was, maybe that was the next year.
That was Paul
They traded Paul
George.
George for SGA and them.
Yeah. Oh my
Great.
God.
I think that's one of the few ones where it was a win-win for both teams.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
SGA is better. One team's always going to get better of them, but
The Clippers got to actually do something for me to think they won that trade.
it's true. I mean, you got
They haven't done
Paul
anything.
George. You got Paul George though, so you gave yourself a chance.
Yeah, I just think that's a team where it's like Kawhi. Kawhi really just wanted to play with Paul because he likes him, and they don't really care about winning much. Although they certainly have enough talent to be pretty good. That was another team in the West that could contend. I think, especially with
They
what they
get
did at the deadline. They got rid of John Wall. They added. Oh my God. Why can't I remember? They did a bunch of stuff. They were very active at the deadline. Let me just look it up real quick. They
I don't think they had anybody big really. Clippers are another team that just does not
they
worry.
added Eric Gordon.
Okay,
They got Mason Plumlee.
that one's not bad. Because Zubac can't play every night.
Yeah, no, I think they made a
I
decent
like
amount of
that.
moves.
They made decent moves. They didn't make any like you
They're
made
gonna
bolstering moves, but you're not gonna win anything still.
they're probably gonna add a
Somebody's got to help on that. Come on.
a goddamn buyout candidate.
Who are they gonna get in the buyout anyways?
Paul George wanted Russell Westbrook. He wants Russell Westbrook.
Didn't they already
Oh
play together
come
in
on!
Oklahoma City?
Yeah, but I think that's why he wanted him. He wants him.
Jesus, guys, come on. Put a cap on the rim here.
That 13-point lead really evaporated.
Mm-hmm.
How was that not a foul on John Moran? He jumped into him.
I do not know.
There's no rule of verticality. He didn't jump straight up. He jumped into him and didn't touch the ball once.
Guards get away with stuff like that all the time.
That's so stupid. Derek White's getting mangled right now. They're abusing him. Desmond Bain is built like the strongest pit bull ever.
That's a foul. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Who was it?
Finish the fucking bucket, dude. Holy shit. They can't hit water falling out of a boat.
Was Mike Conley, I think, broke 1,000 games played the other night. Only
Really?
guy to ever. Jesus Christ, boys! Jesus
The
Christ!
refs really swallowing their
I
whistles this fucking quarter.
want to go home. You want to get ready for the Super Bowl parties. Mike Conley broke
Jesus.
1,000 games played. He's the only guy to ever not get ejected from a game and not get a technical to do it.
Really? Mike
Yeah,
Conley's he's just had a very good career. He's putting his nose down and playing basketball. Just very safe basketball. Oops, sorry about my alarm.
Jesus Christ, wake up!
No, it's for my laundry.
I want to make sure you can still hear me. Sorry, I make a
I can
phone call
still
for
hear
work.
you. I'm sorry, we'll cut it.
I'm hungry, motherfucker.
I'm
Goddamn.
so hungry.
I had some little healthy choice bowl thing. Little sausage, cauliflower rice, peppers.
I had a
Really yucky.
protein. I had a protein shake, a cup and a half of rice with 2 eggs, and some turkey bacon.
Dog. I eat protein and still don't even fill me up. It's terrible. I hate it.
What do you mean you eat protein?
But I like crush like protein bars and shit like that, and I'm just starving all day. Like
Well,
22 grams of protein in a protein bar, and I'm like, nah, I want to eat like a
if you're
full
just eating
meal.
one, I mean that's what protein bars are not meant to be a meal. They're meant to be a snack.
But they got so much protein in them though. Like if you're
That's
getting a
but that
snack out of it, then isn't that just gonna turn into fat if you're snacking on protein bars?
eh,
Yeah,
no.
like a Magnum.
What turns to fat is extra calories.
Oh,
No matter what they are, whether they're carbs, fats, proteins, whatever your body can't burn, it will store. So but protein, the benefit of what protein does, if that makes up the majority of the meal, is that it dissolves a lot slower in your gut, and that's why you feel fuller longer, and they're
yeah,
generally
that's what
low
it was.
calorie.
Yeah,
But the thing is, the protein bar was never meant to be a meal.
it's
You
not a
might be
meal
thinking you're
replacement.
getting, well, there are meal replacement bars, but those are like big bars, like the big
I got the
BG
Huel
100.
I got the Huel um shakes for those.
Huel fucking blows. I don't know. If you do that, you're a fucking animal.
I tried it. I did it for a little while. I was doing those like twice a day, and then just eating dinner.
It's not sustainable. That's
Oh, it
not a
wasn't.
sustainable way to eat.
I did it for like a week and a half or something like that, and I was like, dude, I just need to eat. Like I was
You
at
need to
work
eat food.
starving all day.
Yeah.
It's good for like a breakfast. Like
Yeah.
I don't. I should start doing them for breakfast. But I've been making myself a breakfast sandwich every morning.
That's a nice way to start your day is like a nice protein rich, like a vitamin, like infused breakfast, like shake, you know?
Might start doing that and a breakfast sandwich in the morning.
And then by lunch, you're hungry and you'll eat something solid. And then that should tide you over until like 6, 7 p.m. and you'll be hungry for dinner. The thing with losing
Shit,
weight is you just have to be comfortable with being hungry at times. That's the thing. That's the really hard part about losing weight.
they gotta put that work in too. They gotta you gotta hit that gym.
But you work a physical job,
Not
right?
really. There's a lot of days where I'm just in my truck and somebody's loading my truck for me.
Well, then yeah, yeah.
More stressed than anything.
Exercise is super important.
Yeah, that's
You
why I'm
should
gonna try and get this gym shit going.
you should just exercise is like you shouldn't look at it like you're exercising to burn to hit a certain amount of calories burned. That's a terrible way to look at exercise. You should look at exercise in a holistic way, meaning like you want to lift weights for to increase your strength and strengthen joints and bones and all that, and you should do cardio because that is like the number one thing to increase your lifespan
Mm-hmm.
is some
That's
sort
what
of
I'm starting
cardio.
doing. Yeah, I gotta start
And
getting to
the
the weights. I've been doing the
strength
cardio.
training is for like you don't want to be 60 and be frail and fall and split and break your bones in half. Like you want to be like a hardy built person, you know,
Yeah,
with muscles and strong bones. That's what takes old people out. Like you can when you're hit a point when you're old, a fucking fall can take your ass out, you know.
yeah, that's the scary shit. Always helping up. Always help Paige's grandmother up and down the stairs.
And at some point, it's inevitable. Like it's all going to fall away. But you just want to expand however many good years you have left, and that's through strength and conditioning.
Yeah, I did like half an hour on the elliptical yesterday.
It's good. Get your heart
Wasn't
rate
bad.
elevated.
It was like 170 on the heart rate. I did like 2 miles.
170 is strenuous.
Yeah, I'm fat. It's not fun for me to be sitting on the elliptical not stop for 30 minutes.
No, that's a strength. That's a good exercise. That's a good exercise. But there's like I try to keep it not so strenuous all the time. I try to keep it between 130, 120, and 140. That's
Yeah.
like your intermediate range of heart rate. And then it is good to ramp it up, right? Like to ramp it up to 170 to 180 BPM, but you never really want to go too higher than that.
I was
Unless
I
you're running
was
for your
sweating
fucking
good.
life.
I was sweating pretty good. I tell you what.
Like when we play basketball, our heart rates are probably at 160, 170. And oftentimes it peaks at 180 probably.
You get really excited driving down the lane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're two bigger guys, and basketball's a fucking tough sport.
It's a great sport. It's
Yeah,
the
it's
best sport.
amazing. If we could hit a shot, I'd be very happy.
If we had a shot, then I wouldn't be as strenuous as it is.
Yeah, my heart rate's hitting 180 right now.
I can't think about basketball when I drive.
I used to think about it to fall asleep. Weirdly enough,
Yeah, I'm the
when
exact opposite.
I think about like playing basketball through my eyes. You know, not thinking about the Celtics playing, but thinking about like
No, yeah.
my
Think about
point
like
of
what you're
view.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that when I'm
Well,
driving, and all of a sudden I look down, I'm doing like 90, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
well, that's no good.
Yeah, that's why I accept that. I just like I can't think about that while I drive.
No.
And not much you can do about that when you got John Moran out there. You can't put Muscala on an island like that.
He's a rim defender, though. Yeah, he just couldn't get to it.
I mean,
It's a tough bucket.
being a rim defender is one thing, but
You see,
you can't be out in the island with the guy if you're
you see
sitting back waiting for him.
Santi Aldama hacked Tatum the whole way, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? Can't believe I got a foul." Fucking
These guys just want to yell about everything. It's wild. 69.
John Moran's dad looks exactly like Nelly.
Does he? Oh, is that who they were showing earlier?
Yeah.
I thought that was Usher.
I mean Usher, not Nelly. Usher, fuck. I get Usher and Nelly always mixed up.
St. Louis's own Nelly Furtado.
Oh my fucking god, Tatum hit your free throws.
Oh, so he misses the second one. Okay, this is good to know.
Well, you should know he would miss it. It's coming down to crunch time, and that's when he fucking folds.
It's 4 minutes left in the third. It's not crunch time.
It's coming down to it.
I did not know that I was on the on like FaceTime with Felger and Maz over here.
Not
This
Phil
dude's
Gomez.
actually bad at basketball.
I don't think that at all. He has trouble, hard time hitting free throws in the clutch.
Did you look up the stats on it yet?
No, I'm just saying that based
we're
off
going
of feel.
anecdotally, and not even anecdotally. It's off a feel.
I've watched enough games to know that that's definitely is. He doesn't. He seems to shoot a lot less of a percentage when it's coming down to the clutch. And guess what? That might not even just be a Tatum thing. That could just be a person. You know, when the crunch time hits, like it's just harder to hit free throws.
I'm just gonna keep going to line all night. Apparently, though,
Good.
because he's not making buckets. He's 3 of 15.
You're telling me that's not Usher Raymond? That looks exactly like Usher Raymond.
I'm waiting.
Let it burn, let it burn.
Gotta let it bang. What's your go-to Super Bowl Sunday snack? Like, you're getting apps, you're getting snacks.
When the Patriots aren't playing, a fucking bullet. No,
Just piece of lead, hot lead.
I'll tell you what I got on deck for dinner. I don't know. I mean, Super Bowl snacks. My mom used to make chicken wings, like homemade chicken wings.
Oh,
but
yeah, crispy, yeah.
What I got on deck is cheeseburgers. I have beef cheeseburgers defrosting that I'm going to cook for Kim and I.
Ooh, that's good. That's real good.
Trying to eat a little bit healthier. Listen to Charles Barkley talk about how he just lost weight, and he actually lost weight again because he was 350 pounds. Now he's like 260. Got me fired up to want to lose weight again. So for the second time in my life, I'm gonna try and lose fucking a lot of weight.
Just gotta do it sustainably. That's a big thing.
Yeah, well, but I mean, and
no keto, none of that. None of this meal replacement twice a day, whatever. Like I was doing.
I gotta find a happy balance because what I'm doing right now is not sustainable. Right, like eating like a crap and being as big as I am and fat, like that's not sustainable. People like to think that's sustainable, but it's not. Um, and eating like rotisserie chicken and salad every meal for a year and a half is not sustainable either. But like in terms of my whole lifespan, like that I was that's miserable. I like
I
certain types of
fucking
food.
I love rotisserie chicken. I
Rotisserie
could
chicken
eat
is
a
amazing.
I could eat a whole rotisserie chicken in one sitting. It's bad.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to just back when I was like losing a ton of weight. I would just go on my back deck in the summer with like my dog and just carve up a rotisserie chicken, eat like a side salad, and we'd feast. um, he loved it
Feast.
too. He was getting pieces of it all the time. But turns out he's actually all these years later he's actually allergic to chicken, so it
Oh,
was
well,
actually bad for him.
you're helping the cause. Not a babe.
um,
Cody Adams hates dogs. I want it on the record.
no, we just didn't know what that was. We thought it was like he was allergic to grain. I don't know. You know how purebreds. Well, you know your dog's a mutt, but
Say
purebreds
it so
have
derogatorily.
no mutts live way longer than like purebreds. Purebreds have like
That's dumb problems too.
well,
They,
right, yeah, like
they
what type of
dick
dog can't eat
problems.
fucking chicken? It's fucking so stupid. Only a purebred.
Bro, like grain makes sense. It's like not in a dog's natural diet, but like chicken, like, that could have that way down the line in the lineage. Like a dog's eating chicken at some point.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, so
My neighbor's got chickens down back at my family's house.
dude,
They
our
walk
neighbors
around
have
the
chickens
neighborhood
too.
now. They walk around the neighborhood now, I guess.
Our
And
fucking
like
neighbor in Pembroke has a pig, and
that's wild.
the pig would get out of whatever pen it was in and would come in our backyard, and Kaiser would go up and like investigate it.
Just be like, what the hell is this thing?
Yeah, like he
Is
thought
it
it
as
was. I
big as
think
Kaiser?
it's big. It's not as big as him, but it's like it's a decent sized pig. It's
Yeah,
probably like 50 pounds, 60 pounds, maybe.
it's a decent sized dog.
Yeah,
So
well, Kaiser's
Kaiser's like, what the hell is
110.
this? Guy's like, what is this weird looking dog?
Yeah, it's like this fucking hello, anybody? He's like looking around at the house, like, is this guy? What are we doing here? He's like, it kind of smells like bacon. Uh,
This is gonna be tasty. I don't know. It's not
but
small enough
yeah,
for me to kill.
pigs are nasty animals.
Super smart though.
Very.
Smarter than dogs, apparently.
That's why I didn't eat red meat. Not because like it's not good. Red meat's delicious, and cow is delicious, and pig is delicious. But like for some reason, the thought about eating like a pig really bothers me because they're one of the few animals that like knows they're gonna get slaughtered. Like they're very smart, and their bodies are very similar to ours in terms of like physiology.
Just ours, really. Me and you, mostly.
Yeah, very funny. But yeah, they are. That it just wigs me out thinking that, and I
I get
like
it.
calamari and squid too, but squid are also very smart. I don't like to eat them. They're
If it
delicious.
if it tastes good, I'm gonna eat it. That's what it is. Like whether we were gonna kill it or whether it was gonna die in the wild, it was gonna die. So
Yeah, but I
that's
don't know.
food. Jesus Christ, guys. Let's
It
get
was
this
also
going,
just a
huh?
test of my ability, and I
Not bad.
succeeded.
Not eating red meat's really good for you, I'm sure. Red meat's terrible for you.
Yeah, I don't have any diabetes, high blood pressure, nothing like that, and I'm 300 plus pounds. So
Yeah.
riddle me that one.
Explain to me how I don't have high blood pressure. Jesus.
Yeah, I know you redline your heart. You're steady heading for a heart attack with the amount of caffeine you intake.
Yeah, I've cut way back on it though. The last couple of days I've had like
You just told me you had like 1,000 milligrams a day.
hey, I said in the last couple of days since we talked. All right.
So since Friday, since 2 days
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Yesterday I only had like a little tiny Diet Coke, Coke Zero, whatever.
How do you feel? Probably terrible.
All right. I never feel good anyway, so difference doesn't make.
That's true.
It's like hey, it's just a different kind of terrible. That is such a bad call.
Nah, when you see the replay, you'll.
It's a travel, yeah, but like what it doesn't get him any advantage.
Damn, Grant Williams is like a
Like
bull in a
what
china shop. He is fucking strong too.
such a bad call, dude. Yeah, Grant Williams is when he plays well, he's
He
great.
just
But
he doesn't
he
get
just has
knocked.
games where he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, He doesn't get knocked off the post like people.
No,
Giannis will like fully put his shoulder into him and he won't budge.
yeah,
Giannis is a lot bigger than him.
Giannis is a lot bigger than most people.
He's just well built, stocky motherfucker.
Whenever you want ISO Tatum, he doesn't have it right now. The foul, baby.
Where do you think Grant Williams goes? Who do you think he plays basketball for next season?
Shit, Kings probably.
Damn, that'd be
Kings,
nice.
he'd fit.
They already have that guy Keegan Murray though. He's kind of like
I think Grant's probably better than him. But I mean, somebody's gonna throw the bag at him, and so like, yeah, we can't match that. These are restricted free agents, so we have the right to match it. But the Kings just seem like a kind of team that'd be like, "Hey, Grant, you want $22 million a year?"
So
Oh,
there's no with RFAs there's no pick penalty. Like you don't have to forfeit a first or second round pick.
I think you would get one back if you don't sign the guy again or something like that. I
Oh
don't
come
know. It's
on!
something weird. So this is the second one too, huh?
I'm way ahead of you.
He didn't even shoot it yet.
A lot has transpired since that moment that he missed the
Oh,
second free
geez.
throw.
Something else happened too, huh? It's not a good shot. We got another foul call though, baby.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks is playing like a douche.
He is a douche.
Oh, thank God.
So what is the go-to Super Bowl snack, huh? You told me chicken
Oh,
wings. Like, is
yeah.
that it?
Yeah, I mean, a dip, usually like a French, like a onion, fucking French onion dip or whatever the fuck it's called.
I gotta go with the buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken dip's really good. I think Kim made that
That's
for Super Bowl
elite.
2 years ago. She makes
It's
a really good buffalo chicken dip.
elite. I love buffalo chicken dip. It's my favorite. I
Damn,
could
I'm
eat a
so
whole thing
hungry.
of it.
You're making me hungry thinking about
I flick my DoorDash and stuff on my credit card because I don't
it.
feel like
Yeah.
going out.
Yeah, we don't have any fucking food in the house right now besides the cheeseburgers and defrosting, so
I have so much pasta in the house. My family eats pasta like
too bad you
almost
don't
every
know how
night.
to fucking cook mush.
I know I cook pasta.
With what
Great,
sauce?
great job, Cornette. Like I'm glad that you decided to move your feet and get out there to try and stop that shot. Fucking Jamoke. I just put some right. I usually just eat it with butter, anyways. A little bit of butter.
And grated cheese, butter and grated cheese pasta. It's a go-to pasta. Everybody knows it.
All the pastas I get already have cheese in them. I'm usually getting like tortellinis and raviolis and shit.
Oh,
The stuff called Rana, R-A-N-A. It's just
yeah, the
it's a little bit more
prepackaged
high
stuff.
end. Yeah, it's a little more high end than other shit. That's really good. We eat that every night, or not every night, but almost every night.
Hello, and nice bucket.
There we go. We got a bucket. I'm watching Tatum dribble up at the half, dribble down the clock. Grantland just got up there to set a screen. Hey, look who got the bucket.
Yeah, I know.
He gave up three and he
Oh,
got us
what
back
the
two.
illegal screen on Pritchard? What the fuck?
How fucking far ahead of you? Jarman hasn't even picked up the ball yet on their possession. How far ahead
Well,
of you?
watch how Pritchard gets screened.
Like quadruple G. No, that's legal. But holy shit. And he just got blocked.
82-81 heading into the fourth quarter. It's going to be a
Oh,
tough one.
making it more difficult than it needs to be, that's for sure.
That 13-point lead you had going into the half didn't last long. Now you're only up
Tatum
one.
went cold. Tatum went very cold.
I think the whole team kind of went fucking frosty at the beginning of that third quarter.
Still
Couldn't
winning
really
though.
hit anything.
Still winning though.
It's
Ask
true.
how pretty, just ask how many.
It would be really nice to get this win. You know,
It'd be nice to get every win, to be honest. 82 and 0 is probably feel pretty sweet.
but this one in particular because it's against a contender in the West, kind of shows everybody that you're still top dog, East or West.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's also one of those weird Sunday matinee games. We lose Sunday matinee games all the time.
Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that.
We always lose
I
these
don't care
games
what
because
day of the week it is.
we shoot like shit for some reason on these weird 2 o'clock starts. We
Because
always play
fucking they're
bad.
all hungover jackasses. You know?
I don't think that they're,
You don't
for the
think these
most part,
basketball players
hungover.
go out?
Oh, no. Not when you have a Sunday morning game. Tonight they'll probably go out because they ain't playing
Are you
tomorrow,
sure?
right?
What?
They ain't
Yeah,
playing
there's
till
a lot to
Tuesday,
do.
right?
A lot to do in Boston on a Sunday night.
And when you're a millionaire, you can do whatever the fuck you want whenever you want.
Exactly, including going out Saturday night when everybody in the city goes out.
We got the conspiracy theory over here. Jason Tatum's hungover. That's why he's having a bad game.
I don't think he's having a bad. I didn't say he was having a bad game. I thought he was playing actually pretty
I'm
well.
I'm saying he's having a bad game. He's shooting the ball like
Let's
Hugger.
hear. Let's hear the stats.
He is
Stat
probably
man.
like I think he's probably 4 of 17
I'm not
per
asking
game.
for your fucking best approximation.
I mean, I just saw earlier he was 3 of 15. I haven't really seen him hit shit since.
Oh, he's 3 of 15 from the field. That's brutal.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's fucked
saying.
up.
He's having a good game. He says.
Jason Derulo. How tall are you, Yao Ming? Jason Tatum is in 30 and 40 minutes played. He is what? No, that makes no sense. Forget
He
it.
has not played 40 minutes yet because there hasn't been 40 minutes of the game
Yeah,
played
yeah, that
yet.
makes no sense. StatMuse is fucking stupid.
Come on, just go on fucking the NBA app.
I don't have it.
Oh my god, this guy doesn't have the NBA app. He tries to call himself a reporter.
I'm not a reporter.
Uh, he,
Fucking
he's
bruh
3 of 14. I apologize.
from the
16
field.
points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and 3 of 14 from the field. 1 of 7 from three.
That's not good.
9 of 12 from the line.
So who's carrying the squad right now?
Uh,
Derek White.
Sam Hauser's got 17.
Nice.
Reggie
He's
White got 13.
there was a lot of talk about him not losing his spot right before the trade deadline in the rotation.
Yeah,
I
people
think
talk
he's
about
done a
trading
pretty
him.
good. I think he's done a pretty good job of showing that he needs to stay.
He's a shooter. He just had a slump, bro. People like the shooter's on a slump. All of a sudden, they think he's useless. Like, no, just let the guy get back into it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you pigeonhole yourself into a shooter, and when a shooter can't shoot anymore, people start talking about what his value is.
Yeah, let
Uh,
him work out of it though.
yeah,
It's not like he doesn't have a track record of being a shooter. 6 of 10 from the field for Hauser.
well, he just bricked another one.
Oh, well, apparently he's 6 of 11.
11.
That's a quick release though. I like Muscala. I like him and Muscala too because they don't even look at anything else with the rim when they touch the ball. They're like this motherfucker going up. Muscala doesn't pump fake, which I like a lot. Like you're 7 foot tall, bro. You don't need to be pump faking. Nobody can get to the ball. Let it run.
Danny Green is signing with the Cavs.
Yep.
That sucks.
I mean, if you want to shoot it, we have Tony Snell is playing in Maine right now. So
I'm all set. The guy whose entire NBA career can be summed up in one game where he played like 20 plus minutes and went 0-0-0 in counting stats.
yeah, still his career, 41% 3-point shooter. So
Yeah. That's why he's in Maine right now.
well, they got a spot for him now. They were trying to get Justin Jackson some run, and he just did not want to do it. They're doing a lot of selling for threes here. I know they got Jaren Jackson down there, but the ball's got to touch the paint before you take a three.
Oh my God, thank God.
Banks it in. Wow. See, there you go.
And oh my God, that's a fucking tough foul.
Paint touch ends up in a three. I am so far behind you.
Do you see that pass by Rob? That was a nice pass.
He's a great passer. I would love to see them go more out of the working through him more. It's a little bit of a post game, a little post look going, and you could drop that ball down to him on the post and play out of him.
Yeah. Robert Williams, 6 points on 3 for 6 from the field.
Dude, 60 something games straight without shooting over 50% from the field.
Did
Oh
that
yeah,
end? Did that end on Friday?
I'm still going. I don't think he. Ooh, we love seeing Jaren Jackson shoot free throws. No, I don't. I don't remember the game Friday.
They were talking about it. I don't know if what he finished with though. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, okay, never mind.
Something bad
What are
happened,
you,
but then
what are
something good
you
happened.
doing? Good googly moogly. The fucking hospital Celtics are no fun right now.
Jesus Christ, boys. Yeah, I mean, Tatum's got the fucking Sunday flu. Is what he's got. He's on the bench. Bench him for another 2 minutes. Bring him in with about 8 minutes left in the game.
Oh. Crunch time, baby. Big players make big buckets.
Splash,
When do you think Tatum
splash.
comes in?
Like I was saying, I think probably around the 8 minute mark.
Okay.
I think right now you're hanging with him fine right now,
Yeah, keep it close until you can get your star back in. I agree.
even though he's having a really bad night. I'd like to see him just keep moving the ball.
Yeah. His presence alone is more, is valuable.
So much gravity, dude. He pulls so many players to him on the court. Even if you want to play him off ball.
Where are you
Jaren
at in the
Jackson with
game?
5 fouls right now. Offensive foul on Jaren Jackson, hooking him.
Okay. Oh! He's a beast. He's a fucking animal. He's playing like an animal the past few weeks. Seriously, this guy is fucking playing very well. And Steve's about to find out who
That's
I'm
a
talking
big
about.
bug. I knew he was talking about. I knew he was talking about D White. Like, that guy's different, dude.
He's playing very well. He's kind of keeping this team glued in this stretch.
You said you were worried about Milwaukee.
I am. That one has nothing to do with the other.
They're
I am still worried about Milwaukee because they're a very good
very close.
team.
Yeah, they're not that good.
They're the second best team in the NBA, and they're what, 2 wins behind us?
Paper Tigers. Paper Tigers.
You can't call them paper. They won a championship. They're not paper tiger. They've done the damn thing.
How many years ago was that, huh?
2.
What have you done for me recently?
It's the same team. It would be a different. It would be a better argument if it weren't the same team. It's the same exact team.
They lost a couple guys. They lost.
All right, boys.
They lost PJ Tucker.
Yeah, and they added Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder. People measure him a little bit better around here than we should. Like, what's he done?
I mean,
Hauser,
he's
baby.
kind of like a very similar player to PJ Tucker. They play like the same exact style.
Sam Hauser carrying the squad up here. PJ Tucker's
20
a better
points on
defender
the
than
night.
Jay. I think PJ Tucker's a better defender than Jay.
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger.
Do you
But-
think that Jay Crowder's really going to give problems to Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown out there?
No, but nobody should. Nobody should give problems to
That's
Jason
what
Tatum.
PJ Tucker was. So
Well, he's on Philly, and you're not scared of Philly.
no, because Philly still is Philly at the end of the day.
So
PJ
you,
Tucker.
so you have the Celtics. Celtics are winning it. You're not concerned with anybody. You don't think anybody can give us a game. You think we just
should.
wasting time.
We should.
But that's not. We should for sure. But so you don't think
They don't
There's
know. I mean, having not saying there's a difference between teams not worrying me and whether or not we win. Like no team in the league really worries me right now.
Okay, how do I
that
compare?
does
How do I
not-
make sense of those two
But
statements?
that doesn't mean that we're gonna win because we shouldn't be worried about them. Like you still have to play the games, and there's still other things that are out there, like Al Horford getting hurt, Rob Williams getting hurt. But a fully healthy Celtics team, like I have them win the championship.
Yeah, I think I do too. You're not worried about the Suns.
No, like we talked about earlier, we played Kyrie and KD. Like we swept them. Like, what's the difference between that and what they're doing over there in Phoenix? You got Devin Booker and KD. And you got what,
And
Chris
Chris
Paul? Like,
Paul
sweet. Like,
and DeAndre Ayton.
yeah, Ted Hayden's soft as Charmin, bro.
Beat us last time he played.
Rob Williams gonna eat him up.
Didn't last time.
Ooh, there we go, boys. Wow, they're really letting Tatum sit on this one, huh?
Well,
7 minutes to
teams
go and
playing
he's still
like
not even
that.
in. Yeah, not worried about DeAndre Ayton.
So you're not worried about any team, but you're not saying they're gonna win everything.
If we're healthy, I say we win everything. Yeah, no, I got the Celtics winning the championship this year. I got them. I'm all in on them. The way that they're playing this year, the way they move the ball, all their role players are really hitting their
So
stride, knowing where they need to be.
who do you think could take the most games away from them in the series of all the teams in the NBA?
Milwaukee out of the East would be take the most games out of us. I can see they going 5, 6 against Milwaukee. And in the West, I mean, if you make it to the finals, Denver or Phoenix, if Phoenix can figure it out, then Phoenix could be a problem. But it all depends if Phoenix can figure it out because you also still have an injured KD. You're coming back. You won't have that much time left in the year to figure it out.
That's a good point.
Like, you only got 20 games left in the year, and you have Booker and KD coming back off injuries, and you never know with Chris Paul's health. You just lost a glue guy in Mikal Bridges, too.
Yeah, he's very good. They needed to keep one of those guys.
So when are you going to get KD, though? You make
I
that
know.
trade 10 times out of 10. Like, you're giving yourself a shot at a title the next 3 years.
But this is I don't think it's a coincidence that it's right after Matt Ishbia takes control of the team.
No, this is a new owner making a splash, making
Thinking
himself
that
look
this is
good.
gonna this
Like
is sort
Steve
of
Ballmer did it with
exactly
the Clippers.
and exactly what the Russian dude did with the Nets.
Uh huh. And he immediately was like, "Yep." So get some big names.
Kevin
That dude
Garnett,
didn't
he's
know
pretty good.
anything about basketball because those boys were over the hump when they were playing with us.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah,
like, "You want 8 first-round picks for them?"
and it's a little bit different because Kevin Durant's probably still a
No,
top 5 player in the league.
a lot younger, plays a lot different than those guys played too.
A lot younger is a stretch. I don't think he's a lot younger than when KG and Pierce went to the Nets.
Definitely, because we didn't win a title until 2008 with Pierce and KG, and they were both drafted in '98. I think, right? No, they were both drafted in.
Kevin Garnett came right out of high school.
What year were they drafted though?
98 sounds right.
But that would only make them. That would make Kevin Durant 28 years old when he was playing for the Celtics.
96 maybe.
30 years old, maybe 95.
Yeah, because we traded a lot for Kevin Garnett. Like we traded Al Jefferson, Randy Foy.
I mean, to be honest, Al Jefferson after a torn ACL too. Randy Foy, Kevin
Al
McHale
Jefferson was a really good
one.
player in the league at the time. So like we it's not like we gave up nothing. We gave up our best
No,
player
they
or
had to give
second
up
best player
something.
besides Paul Pierce.
They had to give up something,
But yeah, I
but I
mean Kevin
mean,
Garnett was really good when he played for us. He was just the injuries caught up to him eventually. I mean, they both those guys played until like 2017, like 2016,
yeah,
2017. They
neither one
played a
of them
lot
should have been.
longer.
Neither one of them should have been playing, but they were.
Yeah. All right, 91-96 Celtics with 6 minutes left in the game. 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes left in the game. It's a close one. This is a tough matchup.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones too. You're playing against a team you play twice a year too, so
Grant Williams
these
playing
ones
his
are hard
ass
too.
off, man. I will tell you what, this last half, he's played very well.
He was listening. Good offensive
The
rebound.
father of Hendricks is slowly becoming my favorite player on the team. This last few weeks.
He is so clutch. Dude, this guy is unbelievable.
Derek White
If he
going
played
for
off the
a
bench more consistently, he would be 6 man for sure.
yeah. If you could get some nods
But
for that.
yeah, but our we've been hurt so much this year that it's been starting like
Yeah,
more than half the games.
yeah.
I mean, dude, it's crazy. Like, look at this game right now. Like, we're down a defensive player of the year, an All NBA wing, and a 6 man of the year. against the
Yeah.
second best team in the West, and we're still right here with them.
Oh,
With Tatum playing absolutely atrocious.
Tampa having a very bad game. Confirmed not playing well.
What is that? Oh, I think one of the AirPods just died.
That's
Oh,
weakness.
that's not a good call. I hate that call.
On Grant,
Yeah,
weak ass call. I don't like that at all.
oh, not at all. Yeah, I got to buy some new AirPods. I think
Oh my god.
they're basically full when I fucking took them. I think I only used them at the gym the other day, like 30 minutes. So
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Silver gave the call.
you see that play by Tatum to keep that ball alive though. Oh, I need to give him a foul call on that.
I think it's because Derek White grabbed him. Yeah, that's a good call. Although maybe no, I don't know. I don't know when he gathered.
That's soft, dude. Like, what is this foul call?
I think White grabbed him, but my
Oh,
question was it before the gather?
that's not a call you make.
Oh my god.
Did Derek White do it again?
No.
You're also holding John Morant down 23, 6, and 7.
Dylan Brooks shooting him out of a game. Love to see that.
Look at this ball movement. Look at this ball movement. That's
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah. Derek White heard the talk and he said, "Get me off the team. We'll see about that."
I didn't hear anybody talk about trading Derek White.
Well,
I
there's
guess he would have
some
been
talk.
part of it. He would have been part of it for the KD trade probably.
Yeah, for sure. There was
But it
talk
was
about
never
him.
like hey, get rid of Derek White for another role player kind of talk though.
No, yeah, no, that's crazy. That's great. All right. Interesting talk here. Jordan
Bad
Clarkson for Derek
fucking
White.
play. Jesus Christ. No, I don't want that.
Why?
Jordan Clarkson doesn't fit this team. Derek White's a better ball mover and a better shooter. That's what this team needs. You don't need another ball stopper
Is
that's
it? Is
got
he a
to
better
try and get
shooter?
ISO score. I feel like it's percentage wise it is. I have nothing to back that up. I know Jordan Clarkson's more of an ISO player, like get the ball in the wing and go 1-on-1 against the big or something. Jaren Jackson just fouled out too. That's pretty sweet.
That's very good news for the
It's
Celtics.
like for a defensive player of the year, that guy fouled a lot. He
I
gets
think
caught his hands in the cookie jar a lot.
that has to be part and parcel of the, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember watching Marcus Smart foul out of many games last year.
Okay.
Defensive player of the year. I don't know.
All right. I would like to see
Draymond
what
Green got
Marcus.
kicked out of more games than fouled out of, I think, when he got his deep boy.
I mean, it's just the nature of the game. When you're the defensive player of the year, you're going to get more fouls because you're defending the rim a lot. Oh.
You just let one rip.
Oh my God! Terrible foul by Al Horford.
Okay, I'll Horford fouls here.
Oh my God!
Which is way I could fast forward this so I could not have to hear the play happen before the play. Oh, fouling a 3-point shooter. That's what you want to do.
20.
What are you shaking your head about, dude? You ran him. Like, Jesus Christ.
Jordan Clarkson shooting 45% from the field, 34% from three. Derek White has to be very similar to that.
Derek White shooting almost 40 from 3, I think.
Derek White. I can't spell his name. Derek White is, first of all, he's 2 years younger. That's wild. He's shooting 46% from the field and 40% from three. Yeah, that's almost exactly right.
Yeah, so he's a little bit better from the field and better from 3.
Yeah, Derek White's the better player.
Better ball mover. I don't know if better player.
I think so.
Comparable players, depending on what you need, though.
Derek White's defense
like
is very good.
If I wanted a scorer off the bench, then I would want nice 3 by Horford to make up for it, bud.
Yeah, closing out this game in good fashion. Although, let me hold
Tatum's
my
making all
breath.
the right plays, which I like to see. He's not shooting well, but he's still making the right plays, still making the right passes. Defensively, he's still engaged. Remember a couple years ago when like you would have a bad shooting night and oh Jesus Christ, giving up that corner three like that. That's not good. I'm just talking about how he's engaged defensively and then they're having to give up that.
Yeah.
Um, it was like it was only last year that Tatum had a bad shooting night and he would be a non-factor. Wouldn't do much on defense. Wasn't assisting anybody. Wasn't rebounding the ball.
Yeah, he
Now
just
it's
he
like
like
he has
took
a
his ball and
bad.
went home.
Yeah, now he has a bad shooting night and he's still getting eight boards, 9 assists with it.
Yeah, he's truly elevated his game to it. I think it
Still impacts the game.
that's what an MVP does, right? Like they can still change the game even if they're not hitting up every shot they're taking.
He's having Rondo stat lines now instead of Tatum stat lines.
Yeah, and that's where, like you said last year, I think it kind of he would get, very upset when he wouldn't get foul calls or his shot wasn't dropping, and then he kind of be unplayable at times.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still see a little bit of the glimpses of it sometimes this season. Very far few between now,
Yeah,
um, where he plays like one of the worst guys on the court at times. It's very far and few between. I think that's because he's really motivated. I think last year really stuck with him. The way it ended. So you like to see that he's playing like an MVP that we need him to if we want to get this team over the championship hump. What generation AirPods are those? Generation one.
fucking probably. I don't know the pages.
They got the long stem.
These are baby ones.
Yeah, the first gen.
Why did this pause?
Because you stopped. Do you listen to the sound with the game?
I tried to.
Damn, so you have just me rambling over the fucking guy over like
Yeah, it's very
Scal.
quiet though. I have it very quiet. I don't have it on that. I have it on ABC.
Oh yeah. I have it on.
Why did
What the
it
fuck
stop
do I have it?
working?
Yeah, it's on ABC. Abby Chin did the radio coverage of the Friday game with Sean Grandy.
Yeah, was it good?
She didn't do a very good job. No, I don't think her and Sean have great chemistry.
It's tough.
She's good. I mean, I like Abby Chin. I think she's beautiful.
It's very tough because it's Shaw Gray's been working with Cedric Maxwell for like 20 years. So
Yeah, but him and Eddie House do a very good job, and him and Scal do a good job.
why is it not fucking playing?
I guess you'll never find out how the game ends.
Dude, is the game going on right now? Like,
No, we're on a progressive commercial.
okay, now it's working. It was just frozen for a while.
So what are you gonna eat? A little fucking pashtine.
I don't know. Talk to Paige. Maybe I might order something. We haven't ordered something in forever. I'm
You
trying to
just
pay off
drop.
this fucking credit card bills, but it's fucking not working.
Me too, buddy. Me too. I just
Every
dropped
week I
two
end
hundred
up with
dollars
30
of
bucks.
fucking Fogo.
Over to Chow.
Yeah, for our friend's birthday. I fucking picked up the tab.
What a sweetheart you are.
That hurts. That hurt the fucking. And also, this was $100 basically,
Hmm.
but it's all right. Gotta look fly.
I see if Paige is even awake after this.
Gator boots with the pimped out Gucci shoes. Al Horford for three. I tell you what, Al's really.
How far behind am I?
I
I'm
feel
watching
like he.
highlights.
No. I was just. It was the highlights of him hitting the three. He's really picked up his like. I feel like when this team needs a shot in the clutch, he's like almost. He has to be shooting like 70% for those three corner threes.
This year he's shooting over 50 from the corner threes.
Yeah, he's
Just
on
wild.
fire from the corner, and I think that probably has to do with his rest.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, he's always been good at that. He can always shoot, but I don't know.
Grab that, please. Jesus Christ. He's
Oh,
only been a
Robert
good
Williams for
shooter this year.
three.
What?
Oh fuck.
What?
What a fucking awesome goddamn fucking offensive possession that was. Jesus.
I do not want to hear those words coming out of your mouth in a
Oh, that touched rim though. That's
nine
Celtics.
point game.
That's Celtics ball, Bubba.
Rob's like, "Why the fuck you put me in this position?" That's what I was saying earlier, dude. It's like end of the quarter, end of the half shit. Yeah, that clip, Rim, come on. How are you fucking an NBA official and you can't see that? I can see that from Saugus.
That's definitely Celtics ball.
Get back to the fucking gym tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not going today. My body was fucking hurting seriously after Friday.
My bike hurt on Saturday, so I was like, I just got to get some cardio, got to get something going here.
Yeah, I should probably ride my bike. It's a good call.
You got the bike in the house, dude. If I had a elliptical in the house, dude, I'd be doing an hour a day on that fucking thing.
You say that, and then you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. At least that's how I am. I don't know.
I like the sweat.
Yeah,
I sweat more after the elliptical than after we were hooping. I mean,
you
maybe
rode the
if we were
elliptical
outside.
after we played basketball?
No.
Oh, I was about to say you're a
The
fucking
next day.
animal.
Next day. If it was open, I might have done it.
I used to
But they
do
closed
that
at like 10. So
back when I was real fucking skinny. I would come from like a heavy lifting session, play basketball with you and Jimmy for like 4 hours.
dude,
You
I
know,
can't shoot after I lift.
I can't shoot at all anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Dude, even like the little touch shots are fucking way off after I lift. They try to shoot a layup and I'm fucking bricking it.
Second half points, Jason Tatum 3 over 8. Oh my goodness. This is not one of those MVPs games.
We see all the little shit that he's doing, keeping balls alive,
Yeah.
rebounding the ball.
I mean, this is one of those like where your team is so well constructed that they can get you over the hump, even if you're star. This is like where you know that they're truly like championship material. You
I'm
know,
saying, dude, your star players 3 of 8 of 16 tonight.
and your second star player is not even playing,
Yeah, and your defensive player of the year is also not playing, and
and
your 6 man is
your
not
six man
playing.
is not playing, and you're playing the
And
second seed in the West, and you're winning by 10 points, almost.
yeah, like this is why I'm not worried. This team's built different, dude. Somebody
the
goes down,
Grizz,
he's the next man up.
the Grizzlies are. I wouldn't be shocked to see them start to plunge in the West standings. Also, the Bucks are a lot better than the Grizzlies. I see it coming down the pike. The Bucks give me the willies, man. I'm not going to ever count Giannis out of a series.
I will. You
It's a
playing
fool's
against
errand, buddy.
Boston. Playing against Boston, I count them out every time.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll
Our
see
green
how they
is better
do on
than their
Tuesday.
green. All right, our green is better than their green.
Tuesday's going to be a
boy.
big test.
I ain't
They didn't
gonna
give it
watch
to him.
either.
They didn't give it to him. That's crazy. I feel like the Celtics never get review calls. And I know they got
What
one
do you
on
mean?
Friday.
What do you mean they didn't get that call? What are they reviewing? Did it hit the rim?
Yeah, right? Wasn't that what they were reviewing?
I don't know. I got the thing muted, so how do you not get that call? That's fucking
I don't know.
unbelievable.
I feel like whenever the Celtics ask for a review, they never get the call. They
I
have to
don't
go
think
by
that could have hit
10%.
rim any clearer. I mean, that's a clean block. You can miss me with that bullshit. You're gonna say the other one didn't hit a rim, then Grant Williams didn't touch that guy's back. I don't know.
That's all right. There's an old phrase.
All the line.
Yeah. What's his name? Rasheed Wallace. Fuck.
Sheed.
How weird is it that Rasheed and Ben Wallace
That
played
is
on
a
the same team
gross fucking free throw. Holy shit.
and won a championship?
You're talking about a defensive championship. Nobody on that team could score the ball for shit.
Chauncey Billups could.
He was like a career 18, like a game. Like that's like a scorer. Like that every other championship team has somebody getting 25 a game.
Fair, but I mean, there were some of the parts. Ooh,
I don't
game
think that happened.
time. Tayshaun Prince, what a beast. He was a beast. They have Rip Hamilton too. He could score.
Tatum really needs to land a fucking nice fucking shot. Al, holy shit.
Al, three
Tatum
for
really needs to
three.
keep that ball higher for guys. He throws the ball at Al's knees all the time.
Yeah, he always is bending down to get it. And he has to go high, so high up with the shot too.
Yeah. Let's finish this game off, boys. You're up 10.
Yeah, it's over.
Derek White's so calm under pressure, too.
Al Horford has to be 3 for 3 in the fourth quarter on threes.
D. White, baby. Finish this game off with the line.
Good team. I'm calling it. Good team victory by your Celtics.
This is what puts us a step ahead of everybody else. Because like if Giannis has a bad game on the Bucks, like see what happens when he has an average game. When he gives you 25, 7, and 7, like we've seen what happens.
I don't know if Giannis is going to give you an average game in the playoffs.
No. But I mean if he doesn't give you an elite game, like who else is carrying that team? Chris Middleton's 13 points a game? Like
They're relatively deep. They're not
Lopez
like they
gonna
just.
light you up.
They have Lopez. They have Bobby Portis. They have Dante DiVincenzo. They have fucking what's his name, Grayson Allen. They have fucking
Not anymore.
who's he on?
They got rid of Grace now for somebody. Probably I think it's probably the Jay Crowder trade.
Oh, they have Jay Crowder.
Who hasn't played yet this year. We don't even know what he looks like. He could
They
be
have Chris Middleton.
Right he could be looking like me right now.
They're not
More
just some
difficult.
like skin deep team. They're a legit team. Holy shit! What a three! That was a crazy three ball. Fortunately, it's too little, too late. Your Celtics best the Memphis Grizzlies, second best team in the West. For how much longer, we'll see. John Morant, write it on his tombstone. We're good in the West. We only got to worry about the Celtics.
They didn't work hard enough, I guess.
I mean, there's really no excuse for them to lose. I mean, Steven Adams didn't play. That would have helped them out a little bit, but I don't think that makes up. That doesn't decide this game.
Steven Adams versus,
Robert Williams, Al Horford, and Mike Muscala.
yeah, I mean, like, not missing Steven Adams, we missed Jaylen Brown. Like, we were just talking about missing Jaylen
Oh
Brown.
yeah, we're missing out of our 5 best players. We're missing
7 and
3 of
3.
them, maybe.
Like, yeah, we're missing 3. We're missing 2 starters. That's a good win. It's a big win.
Huge, and we'll see. This team might be adding somebody at the buyout market. That would be nice. Replace like Kabengele or whatever the fuck on the bench.
Gelly, baby.
Get him.
Fucking G League now. I was watching him play in the G League yesterday.
So who's gonna lose out if we do add up? Do we even need to do this? Do we even need to add somebody?
I don't think we need anybody right now. Like everybody's talking about. I mean, you would like we talked about. You want a wing scorer so we can take some pressure off of the Jays. But
do you tell Blake to hit the bricks?
Scorer. You already have a spot open now.
Oh yeah, you do. What about
Justin Jackson? So you have a bench spot open, and you have guys on 2 ways that you can just keep down in the G League, like
JD Davison. Yeah, man. I'm impressed. This was a good victory.
It's good win. Big dub. Hope we can keep it going against this guy over here in the Google Pixel ad.
The Glizzy ad. Or they're like, oh no, he's eating a hot dog. I don't know why a hot dog's got considered like I think eating a hot dog is something to be made fun of. Hot dogs are good.
I think hot dogs are disgusting.
And you're a fucking dump truck. You'll eat anything.
I eat everything, dude. I mean, hot dogs are disgusting. So
why? What's gross about a hot dog?
I don't know. It make me fucking throw up.
What? What
my body says this is not good. Get it out of here. Give me some Taco Bell.
It doesn't say that about everything else. Yeah.
That's a big time win right there. What you got on the Super Bowl tonight? You got anything? You got any big notes on the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that earlier. But yeah.
What was the talking points on Masterminds? Let's get a little plug going here.
Check out the Masterminds podcast. We go in depth a little bit about the Super Bowl. I am on the Chiefs. I think they're going to win. I'm just betting on the better quarterback. I mean, they're the two, but I truly don't know. This game is the two best teams in the league all year. You have a quarterback and a coach that have already done it, and Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. They remind me a lot about the Patriots when they were winning the championships in the 2010s, where it was basically just the quarterback and the coach, and everybody else was replaceable. But the Eagles, they've been the best team really all year. They've been dominant from start to finish. They are the better all-around team, I think. It's just, can Andy Reid frustrate Jalen Hurts, and can Patrick Mahomes show up and, make those superstar plays that we know he can and has done before. Jimmy, my co-host on the Masterminds, hopefully he'll come on for an episode of this, but he has the Eagles winning just because he likes to be the opposite of me or whatever.
Something to talk about there, man. Can't just ride the same thing.
I can see any argument he could pose to me about the Eagles, I'd accept because they've been the best team all year. Like, I wouldn't be shocked either way if this is a blowout, either way. I truly can't pick this game other than I have a feeling the Chiefs are going to win. What about you? Who do you want? Or gut?
I don't really know nothing about either of these teams. I mean, Pat Mahomes is different. Jalen Hurts has been on fire this year, though. The Eagles really were. There was talks of them going undefeated earlier in the year. I know that.
Yep.
NFC East, they got a good record in the Super Bowl.
NFC East was the toughest division of football too.
It's the first time in forever. It used to be NFC East. I mean, those guys were all fucking booty cheeks for a while.
Yeah.
So
and 3 teams made it to the playoffs from the NFC East. It was almost 4. It was almost 4 teams that made it. All 4 teams made it.
That would have been wild. Almost all 4 of the AFC East almost made it too, but the team in New England that kind of just shit their pants. But
there's also a team in New York that sucks too, right? A little bit harder than the fucking team in New England.
I don't know. We'll see.
Thank God for the Jets, I will say.
But there we go. I'd like to see the Eagles win just because I don't want to see Pat Mahomes win, but I don't hate Pat Mahomes enough to really care enough to root that hard against him. Yeah. It's kind of hard to root against Andy Reid with 2 weeks of prep time. The guy's a phenomenal coach. Probably the second or third best coach of our generation.
It's a fair take.
You got Pat Mahomes on that team too, which is wild. As long as his ankle holds up, I can't really see voting against the Chiefs, though. They've been there. They got the experience. They know what, media day, all the weeks leading up to it. They know how to prep their bodies for it. They've been there. They've done that. Hard to root against that. And something about the coach of the Eagles, I think he's a dum-dum. I don't know.
Sirianni?
Is it Sirianni? No, that doesn't do with the visor.
It's Nick Sirianni. No, he's the head coach of the Jaguars. You're thinking of Doug Peterson.
Yeah, Doug Peterson's a dum-dum.
Yeah, he's actually... No, he did a pretty good job this year with the Jaguars. They beat the Patriots out for the last playoff spot.
What an accomplishment.
Yeah, okay. It was. The Jaguars were the worst team in football last year, and they made it to the playoffs. No, second worst team in football last year. Third.
You tell me.
Whatever. One of the worst. But regardless, we got the 2 best teams facing off tonight in the Super Bowl. Steve likes the Eagles. I don't hate the pick. I am just going with the Chiefs just because I'm betting on Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, I never picked the Eagles.
You want the Eagles?
I wouldn't mind the Eagles, but I can't bet against the Chiefs. So
yeah, it's tough.
I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I would like the Eagles to win. But logistically, it's probably going to be the Chiefs. You have all the experience in the world and the better coach.
Technically, they're the underdogs at plus 1.5.
I feel like it's a bad line.
It should have just been you pick them, but yeah, who knows? We'll find out what. We don't know. We're probably going to be off of this for a while, because the Celtics don't have another weekend game until March. So
maybe do an All-Star game one,
and you're going to be at it. Yeah, we could do an All-Star game one. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that
weekend thing. Maybe do some bullshit, little half hour, then the All-Star game.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I like that idea. But yeah, your Celtics. Celtics got to handle business coming up. They got the Bucks and the Pistons. They should go 2-0 if you're Steve Crowley. I'll be happy if they split that series.
2-0. That's what I want now. I'm getting greedy. Getting greedy. I don't think Tatum has another bad game after that tonight. So
they play like they did tonight. They'll definitely do that. So, I got nothing else to do. What about you? You good?
No, I mean we didn't do no beers today, so.
Oh, it's a Sunday. We got work tomorrow.
No, we're responsible.
This is what being an adult is. So much fun.
All right, bro. Well, until All-Star Weekend.
I've been Cody. He's been Steve.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, but yeah, here we are.
And this has been the Banner Report. Till next week. Bye.